Summer, where everything comes together. The kids are happy. The food is incredible. And somewhere between the birthing pavilion and the drone show, your whole family is together in a way that's hard to find anymore. It all happens here at the Nebraska State Fair, August 28th through September 7th in Grand Island. Visit statefair.org.
Guys, if you're dealing with low back pain or trouble urinating, don't just live with it. These could be signs of treatable conditions. At Advanced Medical Imaging, their interventional radiologists specialize in minimally invasive procedures designed to relieve symptoms and improve your quality of life without major surgery. June is Men's Health Month. Take the step. Call Advanced Medical Imaging today to schedule a consult and find out what AMI can do for you.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here with Koppel Chevrolet GMC in Louisville. Koppel is proud to be the highest-rated GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln areas based on Google reviews. Right now, get 0% financing for 60 months on new Silverado and Sierra 1500 models. But hurry, this 0% financing offer won't last long. Visit us in Louisville or check us out online at koppelcars.com.
When something breaks, you want someone you can trust to fix it right. Empire Repair is now open in Waverly and ready to serve our community with reliable auto repair and maintenance. From routine service to bigger repairs, our team is here to keep you on the road. Stop by Empire Repair in Waverly or call 402-786-2224 to schedule your service today. Empire Repair, proud to serve Waverly.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
Did you know 1 in 5 Nebraskans have unclaimed property? This includes dormant bank accounts, uncashed checks, and more. Last year, Nebraska returned nearly $20 million to owners, but there's still unclaimed property in all 93 counties. Visit nebraskalostcash.gov. Search your name or business's name. It's free, easy, and secure. nebraskalostcash.gov. Sponsored by the Nebraska State Treasurer's Office. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves. We would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate again. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios at 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
You're listening to Bach in the Black Shirt.
Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bakoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Welcome to Bach in the Black Shirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. It is August 7th, 2026, and it is Good Sense Friday here at The Ticket. Bach, how you doing?
I can't be doing much better than we are doing here. I always think this is one of the best views of all of the capital city. We are live out at Haymarket Park, of course, home of your Lincoln Salt Dogs and Nebraska Huskers when they get going. We're here for some BP with DP, which is set to go here in about an hour. They're getting the field ready for us, I think. Well, maybe also for the Salt Dogs game tonight, but also BP with DP, which will be a lot of fun here this afternoon. Glad to be a part of it.
You're right, Buck. I did it last year. It was fun. We also need 2 listeners to come down to Haymarket Park probably in 30 to 40 minutes, and because we need 2 people to get in down here and help with the BP with DP. So if you can come down here, if you have some time, please just come on by, and we'll get you to swinging the bats, and we'll see what you can do. I can see you from up top, so if you're not good, I will talk about you.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be giving a live radio call to your BP if you can make it. So we have 2 spots open. We'll put it up to the text line 402-464-5685. Not only will you get a chance to take some swings at Haymarket Park, how cool would that be? But also some free tickets for either tonight's game or tomorrow's game. Tonight, Salt Dogs taking on the Winnipeg Gold Eyes. In fact, they've got them for a 3-game series this weekend. But free T-shirt Friday, post-game fireworks. What better way to spend a Friday night in the capital city? 1, just coming to the game, but 2, the opportunity to hit some balls before it. Going to be very cool. Tomorrow, if you select that for your tickets, again, a 6:05 starting time for that game. Again, the Winnipeg Gold Eyes. That will be $4 select tall boys in the building too. So it should be a lot of fun this weekend. I always like the promotions that baseball parks have to, I should say have to put on. They get to put on because they're a lot of fun, and there's such a different kind of feel to every night when you do that. But yeah, 402-464-5685. If you are free and want to come take some swings here in the next hour, if you can make it down by 3 o'clock, let us know on the text line 402-464-5685. We'll get you out here. You don't have to dress up like a baseball player or anything like that. If you're getting off work or you're just hearing us in the car, an opportunity with the first 2 folks to text in 402-464-5685 for BP with DP here at 3 o'clock. You're not going to get this opportunity too much. And again, you're going to have the Hall of Famer Terrell Farley breaking down your swing on a live radio.
Get him out of there.
So yeah, if you swing and miss, we'll strike you out. But it'll be a lot of fun. Usually the Salt Dogs players get into the mix and take a few swings themselves.
I feel like the guy that was in the booth with Wild Thing. Remember that thing when he was a pitcher? Who was that? Bob something.
Yeah, Bob. Was it Euchre?
Yeah, Bob Euchre.
Yeah.
But I really feel like Harry Carey. I'm going to give y'all a shot, and I'm going to sing just a little bit of it, Bob. I'm going to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Okay.
I feel good. You ready, Bob?
Yeah, we need a rating. We need you guys to rate this.
Yeah. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
I'm not sure if they're going to ask you to
I don't care, Bach. I just feel good to sing it. Hey, I'm in a baseball stadium up here at the top.
Oh yeah.
And
it's a Harry Carey moment.
Yeah, it's my Harry Carey moment. I can't sing it right, but hey, I'll probably never do this again ever, Bach. So I'm going to take advantage of it right now.
Yeah. I don't know. Let us know. 402-464-5685. 1, if you want to take some swings. 2, what you thought of Farley singing. The early reviews aren't coming in too hot for you.
That's okay. That's okay. Hey, I'm here to give y'all pleasure in life of because you never know when people's time is up in life, Bach. So you got to have fun when you want to. And I'm only 50, Bach, and I'm trying to have fun at least till the next 30 years or so, Bach. So, I may sound terrible, but you know what? I can sing "Lost My Baby in the Pool" game better than I can sing 1, 2, 3 and you're out.
I was going to say, you already have a top of the charts type of song out
Yeah,
there.
I already got the top of the chart song at the ticket, so it doesn't matter. This is my second song right here.
All right, let's
read them off, Bach. Read them off, Bach.
Rudy says Farley Marley singing is making me not want to hit, and I just pulled up. So that didn't get him in the mood. Rudy will be out here taking some swings.
I'm going to block Rudy on the text line.
Big Time says 4 for effort.
Yeah,
now, is that 4
you.
out of 5 or 4 out of 10? I think
that's
probably,
okay.
Yeah. Either way, we'll take the 4. Bone Seed says, my phone screen just cracked. Is it a coincidence right after the black shirt started singing? Well,
it's hot outside.
Yeah.
It's hot outside. I didn't crack it. It's hot.
Hopefully,
or you dropped it.
Hopefully, you can get that fixed. Yeah. BK all day, a perfect 10. He loved it.
Thank you, BK all day. I'm still waiting on. Hey, I'm still waiting on you for that invite so I can put it to you.
8796 on the opposite end. He says that might be the worst.
That's okay, Bob. It's okay. I tried.
Yeah.
I tried.
Eric, who usually gets a little bit of a fight with you here, you're not surprising to see him give you a 3.2.
That's okay. Jake Sorensen has got worse.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Gus Mohawk off the text line says it sounded perfect. Maybe want to hear I lost my baby in a pool game. You got to bring I lost my baby in a pool game back for fall camp.
Oh, we're bringing it back. We're gonna bring it back next week. Me and Bach is my backup singer, and we're gonna start blowing it out every Friday.
Yes. I'll get us ready for the ball games. RD says, hey, that was a great effort by the Holy Terror. Kudos, my man.
Thank you.
And Isaac says, literally passed by the overpass and blew air horn to keep the tempo. He's trying to help there. Thanks for the ratings there, guys.
I don't care if I never come back. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the 1, 2, 3 strikes. You're out at the old ball game.
There you go. Love it. Yes.
Thank you. All right, Bach, let's get our show started. We got 29 days before Nebraska first game. We do this every day. The best 29 in college, the best 29 in the NFL. I tell you what, Bach, I'm going to start with the NFL because I got a bunch of names you're going to like. Give me Eric Berry, that safety.
Oh, yeah. Hard-hitting safety.
Yeah, give me Joseph Adad, a running back.
Okay.
Also, give me Mr. Sam Madison.
Oh, yes.
Give me DeMarco Murray. Give me Albert Lewis. Give me Harold Jackson. Give me Ken Houston, and give me Earl Thomas from the Legion of Boom.
Boom, yes, absolutely.
And the best 29 in the NFL history is Mr. Eric Dickerson, NFL single season rushing record at 2,105 yards and 94. He totaled 1,300, 1,259 career rushing yards. He is a Hall of Famer all the way.
Yeah. I think when you say the number 29, Eric Dickerson is the name that comes to mind for the NFL. So that's very fair. The only other name that I would throw in there that isn't Husker related, how about LeGarrette Blount? He was pretty darn good running back there for a bit, especially with the Patriots. By the way, you mentioned DeMarco Murray, a good 29, as you mentioned. Do you know where he's coaching now? Was the Oklahoma running back coach for a while. You remember offseason.
Is he with the Houston Texans?
Change. He is in the NFL now, not with the Houston Texans. Running back coach for.
Do I know the team well?
Well.
Is it Arizona Cardinals?
No.
What division?
Let's say
AFC
West.
AFC West. I don't even know who's in the AFC West, Bob.
Well, let's just put it this way. There's a former Husker in his room. He's a running back coach.
Emmett Smith.
Emmett Johnson is there. Yeah,
Emmett Johnson.
Kansas City Chiefs now. Had coached with the Oklahoma for since 2020. Now in now the first year with the Kansas City Chiefs. So we'll see. He's gonna hopefully get Emmett Johnson a lot of snaps this year. Of course, they got Kenneth Walker back there as well. So we'll kind of see how that plays out. Some other 29s, Huskers that wore number 29 in the pros. Josh Bullocks wore 29 with the Saints for a couple years there.
Did Eric Warfield wear 29 in Kansas City?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'll have to look and see what his number was. Although I feel like we did him lately. I thought he was like 31, 33 or something.
Oh, it could have been, Bob.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that we're not wrong. 44 with the Chiefs. We're number 44 with the Chiefs. Cam Taylor-Britt had been wearing 29 his entire career there with the Bengals. Now with the Colts has switched his number to 26, so he will not be wearing 29 anymore. But Roy Halu also wore 29 with the Washington Redskins. So, some former Huskers making their name in the NFL with the number 29. Still, like what you're saying, probably hard to top Eric Dickerson there at the top of the charts in the NFL.
You're absolutely right, Bach. Let's go to the best Huskers to wear 29. There's only a couple of them, Bach. I'll give them to you. Kareem Moss, cornerback, safety, 94. National champions. Scotty Baldwin, he wore 29, Bach. Also, Edward Blue Howell, he wore 29. Elmer Greenberg, he wore 29. There's not too many, Bach. And the best I can say is probably Jim Pillen.
Okay, yeah.
He was 75 through 78. Did you know he had 16 tackles when they upset number 1 Alabama?
Wow, yeah. I
When
knew
he played,
had quite a career.
yeah, he had 16 tackles. Also, he's the governor of Nebraska. He comes into the ticket regularly in the morning show. We got to try to get him in the afternoon show. I think the morning crew got a little handle on everything else. But, yeah, Jim Pillen is probably one of the best to wear 29 at University of Nebraska. Bob, who else do you have, sir?
How about former kicker who transferred to USC, Jordan Congdon, part of that big-time recruiting class with Bill Callahan. His first year, Marlon Lucky was part of that class, and Dom Kinsu was part of that class. Jordan Congdon was supposed to be a big-time kicker for Nebraska. If my memory serves me correctly, he helped Harrison Beck in Nebraska to beat Kansas State there in that game. I think he had at least one game-winning field goal. I believe that was the one. Could be wrong. If you remember, go ahead and text in. Could be right there as well. Another one, Kellen Houston, who is known mostly for punching a Missouri fan after Missouri defeated Nebraska and got on the field there. But he wore number 29 for the Huskers. I've heard he's doing well these days. Collins Okafor, running back, local product here. In fact, my graduating year of high school, which is a long way back now. I talked about, going into the coming into this show off air, how every single Lincoln Salt Dog is younger than I am. So now I'm kind of aging out of that sort of thing. But so might date me a little bit back there. The class of 2008 in high school was when Collins Okafor was there. So I had some buddies that played him in high school. I said it was pretty tough to bring him down. So yeah, Ben Miles, also another one. Remember the son, of course, of Les Miles, the Mad Hatter, Ben Miles, short stint here with under Mike Riley. So some of those names
I didn't know that, Bob.
Yeah, a lot of these guys didn't necessarily produce on the field for maybe as much as maybe some of the other numbers, but there's still some memorable names out there. So wanted to throw those out there. By the way, Mad Hatter, Les Miles, you think he's underrated in college football circles all the time? I mean, he did win that championship at LSU. I always kind of think with him, I mean, he was a lot of fun. Of course, going
Where's
to Kansas
he at now?
Didn't work at all. I don't think he's doing anything. He's
Probably
getting
got
older
some
now.
money and ran.
Yeah, he might have.
Yeah.
Well, he tried again. He tried at Kansas, and there are a
Didn't
couple
work.
teams that tried to, or guys that tried at Kansas.
I
didn't
think he
work.
was just lucky with the LSU team.
Well, I don't know about lucky.
Did he go? Was he there before Nick Saban or after Nick Saban?
He was right after Nick Saban.
So you got Nick Saban boys.
He inherited Nick Saban.
So yeah, I'm kind of on the fence with coaches who come in and have 50, 60, 70 players from a previous coach. Them are his guys, babe. But if you can win with them, Bach, win with them. That's all you can do.
Well, he won with them and had 11 wins and 12 wins to start out at LSU. His title came in 2007, so that would have been, I guess, a little bit. Maybe it would have been some of Nick Saban's players still there. But again, things didn't turn out the greatest. But I know he's a good coach because when he was at Oklahoma State, did pretty well there. That's how he got the LSU job. I just liked his character. Remember, he'd eat some of the grass before the game. That's why he kind of got the connotation Mad Hatter. We need characters. We need some more characters coaching. And then the other thing I always think about him, and regardless of where you kind of land, is why Lane Kiffin took this LSU job. Remember, he talked to Nick Saban, and Nick Saban said that's the place to be in college football. And, of course, Saban coached at LSU and Alabama. But he said that's the best job in college football. That's part of the reason, we saw Lane Kiffin make that move. But when I think LSU, I think you don't have to be the best coach probably to win a national title there. And it's no shot against those guys. But if Ed Orgeron and the Mad Hatter, Les Miles, were both able to win there and don't have I don't have all that much success, I suppose, or overwhelming anywhere close to that type of success elsewhere they went. I could tell you that. And of course, they were two of the three coaches, Nick Saban being the other, that have won a title at LSU in the last 25 years. So could be interesting. Certainly expect to see Lane Kiffin in the mix, but don't want to throw us off. We're still got our 29 best, the current Huskers that wear number 29. There's two of them. Carter Nelson, who I think a lot of people expect a big year from. Of course, a big-time recruit a couple years ago. We'll see what is to be this year. Somewhat of a tight end / wide receiver, maybe some sort of hybrid position. We'll see how much he gets in the mix. And Braylon Pruitt, the sophomore defensive back, also wearing number 29 for the Huskers this upcoming season.
All right, Bach, let's go to break. And don't forget, we need two players to come down here, or two people to come down here with BP for DP. And don't forget, take me out to the ball game. Take me out of the crowd. And it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Bach in the black shirt will be right back.
Nebraskans love beef, but they love bison too. Tetmeyer Buffalo produces and sells all-natural, grass-fed bison meat from here in Nebraska. Never had bison before? Call or text Trent at 402-875-1198 to place an order or learn more about Tetmeyer Buffalo. There's nothing like a good local sandwich shop, and that's exactly why Sid's Deli and Subs is here in Lincoln. Stop by Sid's on the south side of 33rd and Cornhusker for fresh cut meat and cheese on fluffy, fresh bread. Sid's Deli and Subs open 10:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. on the weekdays and 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. on the weekends.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here with Koppel Chevrolet GMC in Louisville. Koppel is proud to be the highest rated GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln areas based on Google reviews. Right now, get 0% financing for 60 months on new Silverado and Sierra 1500 models. But hurry, the 0% financing offer won't last long. Visit us in Louisville or check us out online at koppelcars.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
MHC isn't a new company, just a new name. Moe's Moving is now Moe's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has 0 hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Salt Mine City is your go-to brewery in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their Big Fatty 7-ounce hamburger or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
Hi, Kendall Warnock here, owner of A1 Automotive. If you own a BMW, Audi, Volkswagen, or Mini, specialized service matters. Our team uses advanced diagnostic equipment, OE equipment, including factory-level software, to accurately diagnose and repair your vehicle. dealer level capabilities with hometown service. A1 Automotive, 1117 L Street. You can call us 402-477-4660.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Dana Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Dana Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Dana Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions with pay starting at 23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offer great pay, health, dental, and vision, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Looking for a fun way to give back? Join us for the 2026 Kicks for Kids Nebraska Fun Run Walk, presented by Pinnacle Bank, on Saturday, August 22nd at James Arthur Vineyard. Enjoy a scenic 5K through beautiful grounds. Every step helps provide shoes to kids in Lincoln and Lancaster County schools, with options for adults, wine included, and kids. Registration fees include a t-shirt, medal, and bag. Sign up today and make a difference at kicksforkidsnebraska.org.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
You're listening to Bach in the Black Shirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bach in the Black Shirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We are powered
by
Power
Infrastructure,
Power
Underground,
Correct.
Excavating.
Shout out to the Bauer crews working hard outside here in Lincoln and Omaha areas. Bach, today, 91 years ago today, Bach, college football legend Lee Corso was born.
Ooh.
Man, the former head coach and game day icon turned his headgear picks into Saturday traditions. Bach, I had a chance to meet Lee Corso back in the 90s when we played it right before the national championship game. Him and Reese Davis and I think Kurt Herbstreit was still with him. But you know, for him to be an icon in football like that, he's like, I put him up there with the Keith Jacksons of college football. When you talk about a guy who can, you know, even though he's a Florida State Seminole, you know, he's still a great person. One of the best to ever do it in college football. There will probably never be another one like him.
No, and it's been tough. I think people have been at times saying they want to kind of push him out of the booth, the Sunshine Schooner. But I've enjoyed him. Obviously, as you get older, you don't broadcast as well or perfectly. And so, a couple years ago, they finally kind of brought it to an end. But it's something that I'll always miss. Now you get Pat McAfee hyping up the crowd. And I think if there's anybody that could take over for Lee Corso in that role, Pat's done a well job and certainly well enough job and certainly has turned that into quite the career for himself. But no, Lee Corso is synonymous when I think of college football and just a great era, a great era of college game day and bringing that up. Nebraska, of course, was a big part of college game day blossoming into what it is. I even know some of the crew on the original college game day set were able to make a career out of it. So very cool stuff. I was fortunate, college game day came back for that Ohio State game. There in Scott Frost, 2019. So I was able to work with the college game day crew and met Lee Corso as well. And, he's just as cool off air as he appears to be on air, right? I mean, that's what you like is the characters that are just the same. And he is. I mean, he was. I mean, the rarefied air that you put him in there with like Keith Jackson, who many would say is the best commentator in college football history, of course. Everybody always kind of thinks of the granddaddy of them all when you get to the Rose Bowl and all that with him. But, between those two and especially the era you played in, the era I grew up in, would be significantly different without Lee Corso. So I can't speak enough on how much I enjoyed him and he helped me fall in love with the game.
But so many things they have ranked in college football. Now, I'm looking at this. Every FBS college ranked by attractiveness. How they
Attractiveness?
yes, how you look. They say that Alabama is number 1, TCU number 2, Ole Miss 3, Clemson, Arizona State, USC, Arizona, Florida State, San Diego State, Miami, LSU, Georgia, SMU, Florida, Auburn, South Carolina, Tennessee, Arkansas, Raging Cajuns, and let me see who's at the bottom. They are the top. Oklahoma.
Is that the bottom or the top?
The top. That's the top 20.
That's the top. Okay.
They're going all the way to 138, Bob. I guess in Sanford they got nerves. They don't like them like that, Bob. They don't look that good.
They put them all the way toward the bottom.
They're 138.
Oh
Bob.
my goodness!
You want to know what Nebraska's at?
Where's Nebraska?
And how do people look? We're the 55th best looking.
Best looking school.
Best looking
Top
school,
55?
I guess.
Okay, well,
not the football team. We're talking about. I hope we're talking about women. So yeah. So I don't judge, man.
I don't know.
I don't judge.
Well, I mean that makes sense. There's some party schools you listed near the top. Obviously, a lot of those schools you got to keep the. If you live by the beach, try to keep a beach body and all that. So I get it, but I always stick up for our gals and even the guys around here. Like we got a good looking crew. I just wonder how many people come down to see it, right? I mean that's always the case. We got to give them to Lincoln so they can see it. But I mean there are beautiful people everywhere. All that sort of stuff is it is what it is.
Bob, I was just like an ugly football team, like
Yeah,
when we
not right,
played.
either.
We was ugly guys when we played.
Yeah,
I guess that's why we won because we didn't have, we had a lot.
You don't
to
want a
play
bunch
for.
of pretty boys.
Yeah,
playing
well, yeah. You
football.
don't get nothing done with a guy that won't sleep on his head when it's time to go to sleep at night. He got to put a bondage on his head and all that. Nah, just lay right down, pick it out in the morning. Let's go. Guys like that still got sleep in their eyes and stuff.
Yeah.
You ever just woke up and just got out of bed and went somewhere about? Or do you have to get dressed?
Well, you obviously got to get dressed at first, but I mean, yeah. You put your face on and all that. Yeah,
put your face on. Like pretty soon you're gonna have to run out the house to get some milk one day, or some Pampers or some baby wipes.
Oh yeah.
The quick stuff like that.
Yeah, it could be difficult. I could definitely see it there. Now, when you talk about the pretty boys, I suppose in the locker room,
They're the frat boys.
Oh, okay.
The frat boys.
Yeah.
Well,
I was going to ask though, because Caleb Williams gets some slack for painting his fingernails. I know Sheldon Jackson back in the day painted his fingernails. Did you have too many of those guys in the locker room?
I didn't pay attention to Sheldon.
Yeah, I wouldn't know
when he did that. I probably didn't pay attention.
Oh, okay.
He
Yeah.
probably wore gloves at practice.
He might have. Yeah.
Caleb's a quarterback. You got to see his fingers.
Yeah.
So too many tight ends. They probably have gloves on.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember going when I was younger to Sheldon Jackson signing, and I remember that part about him. But maybe he didn't do it all the time. Maybe he did. Different people. I don't think that's the biggest deal, and it doesn't take too much of your time. But
Rosebud said, "Let's get some ugly mugs back in there." I think we might be just too pretty, Bach, to win. So I could name some, Bach, but I won't go there, Bach. I'll just say, look pretty, win pretty. Okay. That's all you have to do.
Well, today too.
If you look good, feel good, you play good. So
I say it's died down there for a part of like the early 2000s. I mean, people were wristband crazy or trying to all this different looks. I think they still do it now. Just to carry. I don't know if people wear obviously leg braces or something like that is to kind of help you out. But I wonder how much folks are kind of getting in front of the mirror. They sure do that a lot for the TikTok dances and, some of those media day shoots and all that. But for the actual game, hopefully they're more focused on the pads and being safe out there than how cool they'll look on TV.
All right, Bach, they have this new rule that came out. I think it's going to help a lot of teams. That's probably when we talk about that super conference thing. We're going to there's a new amendment to protect the College Football Act that would allow some Power 4 teams to avoid the proposal 5-year probationary period when changing leagues, when changing conferences. Schools would have to withdraw from their current conference within 180 days of the bill becoming law.
Yeah, it's certainly interesting, and it makes you wonder if there's going to be, some advanced talks with that coming out now. It's like, okay, well, now there's a time limit to when this happens. Now, again, the bill has not become law, so you kind of got to wait till that happens. From there, obviously, 180 days, that's about half a year. So you've got about 6 months to make your move, and that might kind of get some conversations rolling here, because past that, it's going to be difficult to make any move. Obviously, again, the 5-year waiting period, then the certain conferences are going to be all filled up at a certain point. But again, I think a lot of this too is, okay, are we ready to make the move? You look at some of those teams in the ACC. That's where a lot of the attention is going to be. Florida State, Clemson, some of the teams that haven't been all that happy, primarily Florida State, with the deal in the ACC there. Are they on good enough grounds that they want to stick? I think the biggest thing is Florida State. I think when they've kind of made all this noise and commotion, they expected the SEC or the Big Ten to come calling, and I don't know if it ever did. So it is kind of interesting. There's going to be a lot of talks, and that at least opens the door for that possibility. But I do think that also, if you even have an inkling, if you're 5% interested in maybe exploring other conference possibilities, this type of idea puts it on a time limit. So now that kind of, pushes that toward, closer to the front of the table. But we'll have to wait and see. Again, I think it's very interesting that the timing of all this. There's some conferences with 17 teams. ACC is playing. Some teams are playing 9-game schedules. Some teams are playing 8-game schedules. So we just kind of got to this point in college football history, and realignment's been going on forever. Of course, Penn State, joining the Big Ten back in the 90s, and teams switching around. Florida State wasn't in the ACC until I believe late 80s, early 90s, and so you kind of get all that. It's been happening for a long time, and so we're just going to kind of stop and stand still at this point. It's kind of interesting because I don't know if it's the most fair setup, or obviously the conferences aren't equal in level of team or level of or numbers of teams right now, but it's at least going to put some of the madness down and preserve the NCAA as it is, which again preserves it, puts it in stone. There was no other way for the ACC. I mean, I shouldn't say no way, because at one time we thought the Big 12 was going to be the odd conference out. It turned out to be the Pac-12. Now there's concerns about maybe the ACC getting picked apart. And so we would have to wait and see. Some of this can change based on the year and TV contracts and leadership at the top. All that sort of stuff plays into it. But it's just hard to see the Big 12 or ACC ever rebounding and coming up the pecking order of conferences. Not within 1 year. I think eventually we'll see an ACC or Big 12 team win the college football playoffs. But in order to have a sustained run like we saw from the SEC for the better part of, before these last 3 seasons, 2.5 decades, or, with the Big Ten's on a roll now, I just, it's going to be difficult.
Buck, give me your, how many does the Big Ten have? I mean, Big Ten have, yes.
They have 18 right now, yeah.
18. SEC.
16.
16. And they said the more we can get is 19.
19, yeah.
19, okay.
Which is a very strange number. And I think they had to get the Big Ten and SEC on board with this. And I think the Big Ten's still always going to hold out hope that Notre Dame might be interested at some point in joining a conference. And so that's why I think that's where you got the number 19 from.
Yeah, so that means probably Florida State, SMU, Florida State. Let's go Florida State, Miami to the SEC.
The SEC.
How many the Big 12 has?
See, now I get
no, I say, yeah, Florida State, Miami.
Yeah. Well, the Big 12, if they would pick apart the ACC, I believe they've got 16 right now.
So they will probably get Clemson, SMU, probably North Carolina.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. North Carolina and Virginia have been prominent discussions for the Big Ten when they've talked about ACC teams. So, I think that might match up more with the culture of the Big Ten and academic part of it. But yeah, I mean, those are desirable schools. So that certainly could be the case for the Big 12. And if they wanted to, of course, we know that's a very good big basketball conference. If they wanted to, maybe lean into that, maybe North Carolina, Duke, or, see what they could do out of that as well. But who knows? It'll be interesting to see what they do. Of course, the Pac-12's got plenty of room if one of these conferences breaks down. But that would just be confusing. We'd just be switching around. So I don't necessarily see that happening. But yeah, if the Big Ten expands to 19, I'd be interested to see if there's pressure on the other schools to do the same, or excuse me, the other conferences to do the same. Because I think that's that's what everybody kind of says too. And we heard Matt Rule say that. It's like, and he was talking about conference, non-con scheduling. But it would just be nice if everybody was on the same playing field, playing the same amount of non-con and conference games, and all of that. Obviously, no matter what you do with teams, with so many teams in college football, you're never going to get a fair and equal schedule. But to get as close as we can would be ideal. And again, I don't think this does that. I don't think we're close to ideal. I think we're just at least saying, hey, let's stop the madness where it is. And at least from there, we can try to navigate.
All right, Bach, let's go to break. And when we come back, we'll still jump in a little more football talk. And we'll go through some other stuff here at 93.7 The Ticket. I'm Bach. I'm Terrell Farley. He's JB Jake Bachman. And we're here live at Haymarket Park to see the Salt Dogs in BP with DP later on, coming up here at the top of the hour. 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be right back.
Hi, Kendall Warnock here, owner of A1 Automotive. If you own a BMW, Audi, Volkswagen, or Mini, specialized service matters. Our team uses advanced diagnostic equipment, OE equipment, including factory-level software, to accurately diagnose and repair your vehicle. Dealer-level capabilities with hometown service. A1 Automotive, 1117 L Street. You can call us 402-477-4660.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions with pay starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offer great pay, health, dental, and vision, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
Hey, Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, 2-time national champion with Window World Lincoln. Are you ready to transform your home? We offer exceptional replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing that will elevate your home's curb appeal and value. As a nationally known, locally owned business, we treat you like family and work tirelessly to deliver the best for less. Don't wait to give your home the upgrade it deserves. Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or check out windowworldlincoln.com. Let's make your home the talk of the neighborhood.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Need service on your home air conditioner? Call the company Lincoln has counted on since 1952, Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. No matter what brand you have, when you need service, you want Bryant's experienced pros working for you. Friendly, NATE certified technicians with the tools, training, and technology to restore your comfort quickly. No matter what brand, when you need service, just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Hey, Jake, you know what I love almost as much as the Big Red?
Big scores on the field?
Good guess, but nope.
Big spikes on the court?
Love those too, but I'm thinking food. Like those big, budget-friendly portions you find at Buzzard Billy's.
Now you're talking. I love Buzzard Billy's. I love the shrimp po' boys and the blackened chicken.
You almost always find me enjoying gumbo.
Big plays, big scores, big wins, Big Red. Yep, love them all, especially
those big portions that are budget-friendly. Only at Buzzard Billy's, Haymarket.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here with Koppel Chevrolet GMC in Louisville. Koppel is proud to be the highest rated GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln areas based on Google reviews. Right now, get 0% financing for 60 months on new Silverado and Sierra 1500 models. But hurry, the 0% financing offer won't last long. Visit us in Louisville or check us out online at koppelcars.com.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
You're listening to Bach in the Black Shirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bach in the Black Shirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We're on Monday through Friday from 2 to 4. We're down here live at the Haymarket Park for BP with DP. It's coming up at the top of the hour. But, Bach, I want to talk about something else, Bach. We had a young man here. I'm trying to find it where I had it at because they gave me a timeline of it. Let me see where it's at, Bach. Do you have it with you, Bob?
Yeah, I got the timeline for Hardly Gilmore.
Yeah, we had him at one point, Bob.
We did. I've got the entire timeline in front of me, so I could break it down. Nebraska is included in this, but it's a wild ride. So August 25th, 2023, Hardly Gilmore enrolled at Kentucky. December 28th, 2024, he entered the transfer portal. He committed to Nebraska January 1st. Didn't stay in that transfer portal for long of 2025. Didn't take too long again to leave Nebraska. I think made it through the spring session and then was ready to go back to the transfer portal. So entered the transfer portal April 16th of 2025. And then April 17th, decided to return to Kentucky. January 7th, 2026, entered the transfer portal again, committed to Louisville, the arch nemesis, the rival of Kentucky. In January 8th of 2026, decommitted from Louisville 4 days later, January 12th, decided on that day to commit to Baylor. And then apparently that didn't work out. So March 3rd of 2026, committed to Kentucky for a third time. And here we are yesterday, dismissed from the team after a violation of team rules. Do you think Hardly Gilmore will commit to Kentucky for a fourth time, a record fourth time at some point, or do you think that at some point they end this?
He'll be at Western Kentucky, Bob. He won't be at Kentucky anymore. This is what happens when we give kids so many chances that you can enter, not enter, commit somewhere else, go somewhere else, come back. Once you, I'm like this. Once you leave, I'm done. Yeah. I'm done with you. Don't come back. I would say the same thing to Dylan Riola. See, I don't want to see you again. Anybody that leaves this team, hey, bye. Congratulations on your new team. Talk to you later on in life.
Now, does that apply for Daniel Kalen, who left and came back?
Yeah, that was a different situation. See, the thing with Daniel Kalen, he was minding his business. He was a commit to Missouri. He was already committed. They didn't know what Dylan was going to do, and we bothered him. He didn't bother us. We bothered him. And that's one thing I hate is that young man got put in a situation. He could have been starting from Missouri right now, Bach, if he stayed there the whole time. See, but he comes to Nebraska, thought Dylan Riola wasn't going to come. Probably 3 days after he signed, Dylan Riola commits to Nebraska, signs here. You put that man in a bad situation. That's why I said that Matt Rule didn't have a care in his heart, because you let that happen, but you wasn't man enough to tell this kid, hey, if you want to be released, to go back. And Missouri probably wasn't going to take him back anyway, Bach. But at the same thing, I think that situation is different for me.
Okay, yeah. So I can see that. Of course, Marcus Lawrence, of course, left Nebraska in basketball, came back for the historic Sweet 16 run. I think you have to be open to it. I mean, I get it, though. I mean, I get what you're saying. If say, hey, we give you a shot. If you decided not to be a part of it, then maybe that's it. But I mean, I like to kind of keep things open. You know, you never know when a position of need could come up. You obviously recruited a guy like that because you thought he could help out and you liked his future. So. You know, a lot of it depends on kind of how, the events play out. But, for Hardly Gilmore specifically, this is a couple Kentucky coaching staffs, too, that he's committed to. Remember, Will Stein is taken over there at Kentucky. So new coaching staff willing to give him another opportunity. And, I never really I haven't dug too much. I don't know exactly what happened with him here or at his other spots where things just aren't quite working out. But you're right. I mean, at some point you would think if he's I mean, he must be talented enough that you're willing to go through the headache, but he just hasn't been able to stick around anywhere long enough to prove that he's worth that. So I would assume he's going to be running out of options as far as kind of the main, the big time programs come calling. And so he's probably going to have to prove himself. And more than anything, teams might want to say, just stick some, I don't care if it's JUCO, stick somewhere for 2 years. And maybe we can believe that you've kind of got things corrected there because, again, your talent has to be immense if it's going to, you're going to take the same time to recruit a guy like him compared to, bringing in a different wide receiver and all the same amount of time that's going to go into that is, might feel better with a guy with a little bit of a different track history than what we have in Hardly Gilmore. I suppose, and I think it's interesting too, because I want to get your thoughts on this. I think for the Husker fan base, there is an always, once a Husker, always a Husker type of feeling at times. Now, obviously, a portion of the fan base can turn against, Adrian Martinez or Scott Frost or whoever it might be. Sam Keller, another historic example. But I heard Jason Peter kind of say the other day, and certainly he's got more blood in the game and work than I do, is that he doesn't really buy into that stuff. And kind of a similar thought, if you leave, you're not a Husker anymore. So, that kind of, that tide go to the past. So, what are your kind of thoughts? I mean, obviously there's different ways to leave, right? If you transfer and go somewhere else and play somewhere else, then, maybe it's hard to call you, maybe say you're a former Husker, but like, I don't know, like a guy like Malcolm Hartzog. I mean, he played here for the majority of his career, going to spend his last year elsewhere. I'm still considered a former Husker.
Probably a guy like Malcolm or a guy who stays more than 2 years. I think if you're a 1 year wonder and you leave, hey, you're welcome to go. But we usually say once a Husker, always a Husker. But it's kind of hard to say that, Bach, with the transfer portal because, like you said, Jamarcus Lawrence, he came back twice. I think his basketball is kind of different because they don't have 120 guys, right, Bach. Yeah. You're only 13 to 14, 15 players there. But I think one of the main things you when you talk about once a Husker, always a Husker, is guys who stay their whole career. I mean, if you're a grad assistant, I think that's probably one good thing. But I really don't. I don't consider Dylan Riola a Husker. I don't. Malcolm, he's a Husker because he's here as a freshman, stayed all the way to his senior year. So I think he's a Husker.
Yeah, and I think you're true too. I mean, back in your day, there might be some different rules or some different things.
Yeah, to sit out a year.
Well, right. And nowadays, it's just, there's so many guys leaving on and off every team, so it's probably harder to kind of have some uniform rule, I suppose, across it. But again, coming from the fan base side, I always kind of think, if you ever put the pads and the helmets on, you're probably more of a Husker than I am, at least, because I never did that. So
I like what Rosebud from Elmwood said. He said, at least leave a mark here. Well, Dylan left a mark of $4.5 million probably. But, like I said, hey, I don't hate Raiola. I mean, I just think once a guy moves on, I think you should just concentrate on where you're at. Don't worry about what's going on here. Don't worry about Nebraska shouldn't even come out your mouth. I mean, you're an Oregon guy now. You wear Nikes. You turned in your Adidas gear. So, stick with what you do and talk about that out there. And don't worry about us over here, because we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine, especially once football season and we see what AC can do on the field. And I think we'll be good.
Well, that's what you wonder, too, if, and I know that the Dylan Raiola comments got some run both locally and kind of made some news, and not, lead headlines on ESPN or anything, but, some news nationally, some folks have seen it, and it just seemed like, it wasn't a shot, but it was kind of at least, dragging down a state that gave a lot to him, gave him everything, was hoping as the program that he would be the next, big thing. And so, there's not a whole lot that he got that, or I should say there's a lot of guys that have done a lot more here at the University of Nebraska for the Husker program that didn't get treated that way. So to kind of hear, maybe not put in the best light and kind of talk about cornfields. I thought somebody made a good point. Like if you're in Lincoln, I don't know how many cornfields you saw.
Pass by cornfields every day. You can drive. You can drive.
Well, you can
down,
if you're in the outskirts.
Yeah. What's that over there, Bach? 40th and they got cornfields out there. What a hotel at out there. What's that hotel?
I'm not great.
The one we stayed at out there. Did you ever stay at that hotel when they gave us a free room that time?
I believe so. I can't. On the blank, the Scarlet.
The Scarlet. It's cornfields out there by the Scarlet.
Oh yeah.
So it's cornfields everywhere.
We're the Cornhusker State. I mean, there's no doubt. There's, I don't think it was so much as like identifying that there's corn here. Like we all know that. Again, it's in the name. It's just kind of like trying to compare that in the views, I suppose, to Oregon. It just felt like it didn't necessarily need to happen. Of course, if you a little bit more media training, or if you just didn't want to strum up anything, and I don't know if he really did. I mean, he visits Nebraska. He's got a girlfriend on campus. All that sort
Still
of stuff,
uses the high school, one of the high schools to practice in.
See,
So sometimes you can't, but you don't want to burn your bridges because sometimes it comes back to bite you in the butt, Bach. But hey, I'm not a violent person, but Dylan Raiola, he's okay with me. Just keep Nebraska out your name.
Yeah. Should be interesting this year. A lot of people are saying, he won't start this year, but injuries, that sort of stuff. Nebraska does play Oregon, of course, this year and next year. Could be interesting.
They come here next year. I'll be front row and center for that one.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
All right, guys, let's go to break. And when we come back, I'm going to let DP jump in with Bach for a few minutes, and then the regular show will continue with Bach in the Black Shirt here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Hey, Jake, you know what I love almost as much as the Big Red?
Big scores on the field?
Good guess, but nope.
Big spikes on the court?
Love those too, but I'm thinking food. Like those big, budget-friendly portions you find at Buzzard Billy's.
Now you're talking. I love Buzzard Billy's. I love the shrimp po' boys and the blackened chicken.
You almost always find me enjoying gumbo.
Big plays, big scores, big wins, Big Red. Yep, love them all, especially
those big portions that are budget-friendly. Only at Buzzard Billy's, Haymarket.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Hog Wild's giant stuffed baked potatoes are anything but basic and really hit the spot when you're craving a little comfort food. Nothing is more satisfying than a Hog Wild baked potato loaded with butter, sour cream, cheddar cheese, bacon bits, and chives. Add your choice of a Hog Wild house-smoked meat like pulled pork, chicken, or brisket for a little extra. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Building a new home can be a challenge, a lot of big choices. With our Remington homes, we have designed 15 different floor plans that appeal to a wide range of people.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, talking about Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier.
People really enjoy being able to go to our website, which is remingtonlincoln.com, pick a plan, pick a price point, go through and build it yourself. You have a lot of options, whether you want granite, painted trim, wood floors, more stone, all options with our Remington homes. People do not want to be married to their house payment. You're able to get what you really want in a home for a great price with very limited stress. And that's what Remington homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
Need service on your home air conditioner? Call the company Lincoln has counted on since 1952. Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. No matter what brand you have, when you need service, you want Bryant's experienced pros working for you. Friendly, NATE certified technicians with the tools, training, and technology to restore your comfort quickly. No matter what brand, when you need service, just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Hey, Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion with Window World Lincoln. Are you ready to transform your home? We offer exceptional replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing that will elevate your home's curb appeal and value. As a nationally known, locally owned business, we treat you like family and work tirelessly to deliver the best for less. Don't wait to give your home the upgrade it deserves. Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or check out windowworldlincoln.com. Let's make your home the talk of the neighborhood.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Do you ever feel okay in your current job and profession, but wonder if there's a better company that can offer more? Vision Mechanical is now hiring for journeyman plumbers and HVAC service technicians. Vision Mechanical offers top-of-the-industry wages, 100% paid health, disability, and life insurance, 401k with employee match, and paid holidays and vacation. Vision Mechanical believes in craftsmanship, teamwork, and building a better future, one project at a time. Apply today or learn more at visionmechanical.net or email Ron at vmech.net.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Bach in the Black Shirt.
Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bakoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Yes, it is the second hour here of Bach in the Black Shirt here on a very special day of BP with DP out here at Haymarket Park in the capital city. I said it before, I'll say it again. One of the most beautiful views in the capital city, Lincoln, Nebraska, is behind home plate at Haymarket Park. That's where we currently are as we get ready for BP with DP. Of course, as part of the Salt Dogs weekend matchup with Winnipeg Goldeyes they've got tonight. Should be a fun one. Going to have some fireworks this evening if you want to make it out here. Free T-shirt Friday, as well as the Arc of Lincoln Disability Empowerment Night. It is the 25th season of Salt Dogs baseball, so 25% off in the souvenir store as well. So if you can make it out to Haymarket Park. In fact, we've got an opportunity to win a 4-pack of tickets to either tonight's game or tomorrow's night's game or Sunday. Sunday will be an afternoon game at 1:05. First person to text Salt Dogs into 402-464-5685. Let us know which package you would like to take there. You get 4 tickets to a Lincoln Salt Dogs baseball. But it is BP with DP, and so we should probably go ahead and bring in DP. BP stands for batting practice. DP stands for Derek Pearson. DP, how's it going today?
Today's awesome. Today's awesome. I was just talking to the Salt Dog staff and sitting down with Rudy, young Rudy, as a college baseball player, or a former college baseball player. And it came up several times that if us as kids were told at age 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, that work for us would include the sights and sounds of being in a minor league ballpark, taking some batting practice, playing catch, getting some swings in this sight line, staring at Memorial Stadium and Pinnacle Bank Arena and downtown Lincoln and the Haymarket. If we said those things, we say, you know what? That's a pretty cool life. That's a pretty cool gig. As a former baseball player, I get thrilled. Anytime I get to walk into a ballpark, I went down to make sure I went in the dugout just to sit in the skipper seat and to lean against the pole, against the rail, that to get the player's view and vantage. And the fact that this station gets to do this, and we get to let our listeners come down here and do this. And if you're a baseball fan at all, you're going to have one more chance to come down here and take swings. If it's not you, maybe it's your kid. To get them in the building for folks who come to Salt Dog games. And to be able to stand at home plate and stand in the batter's box and take some swings. It's a pretty cool day. Bach, it really is. It's a pretty cool day.
Yeah, it is. And like you said, we're going to bring in some of the listeners to come out and be able to do this. It's something you don't ever expect you'll be able to do. I've definitely sat from the seats hundreds of times here at Haymarket Park, and very rarely get to make my way down on the field. And so BP with DP was one of those. I am not a natural hitter. You talk about guys with natural swings. I got one out of the infield, and that was my goal when I took BP with DP. We're going to see. I talked to Rudy. He said he hit the wall. He got warning track power last time. We'll see if he can get one out. I don't know if we've had
Rudy hits the ball
get
hard.
One out.
Rudy hits the ball hard.
Yeah.
Built for it, good hands. He and I kind of jostled with the swing a little bit to see what it is. He brought, I believe there's some Nebraska Wesleyan wrestlers, along with some baseball players who are going to take swings today. As we build a relationship with Wesleyan Athletics, I want the opportunity. As a matter of fact, both Coach Brandon and Coach Hunt were going to do it had it been last week, but when it got canceled due to the rain, they're both on the road and pre-recording, so made it a little more difficult to get them down here today. But we'll have one more opportunity. I believe it's next week to do this. I'll talk to Jake and find out when it is. But we'll have one more opportunity for folks to come down and take swings with us, at least for this year, and we'll do it again next year.
And we do have a winner of our Salt Dogs promotion there. So if you can, it looks like 5804 has claimed the Sunday tickets. If you can go ahead and send your name there in the text line, we will communicate with you and be able to give that. So happy to see at least, now we've got another Salt Dogs fan here for the Sunday afternoon game. Again, tonight, 7 o'clock, Winnipeg Goldeyes all all weekend long here for the Salt Dogs. So we'll see what they can get done. As you sat in the dugout, I got to ask you. Of course, you've been a player, been a coach. Which one do you miss more at this point in life?
At this point, well, I mean, proximity matters. I miss playing more because I could never go back to playing. I could go back to coaching if that's what I want. As a matter of fact, we've talked about head offers to get me back on the bench, even at the college level, Division I level. And I don't know that I would do that. That's time and energy, and you want to be honest and authentic about it. Because of body parts, all the metal in my body, the likelihood I could coach with my physicality, I could not play. And I miss being able to play the way I played.
Yeah.
Like, that's a far distant memory, bro. Like, there's no Uncle Rico here. Like, oh boy, I could have
still got something there.
No, no, sir. The twice torn bicep, and the spinal fusion, and the lack of meniscus, all those things outweigh the want to do it. It would take a lot just to coach again, because hitting fungos and throwing batting practice, which were such a big part of why I loved it. The scheming of the game, the pitch to pitch in game, I miss that. Oh man, do I miss the mechanics of being able to move the chess pieces, pitch to pitch, whether it be offensively, defensively, hitting or pitching, moving defenders, running the bases, kind of the timing required, getting it right, making throws, relays, proper tags, every essence of it, and then the sights and sounds.
Oh yeah,
of being in a baseball stadium. It's basketball has its sights and sounds. I don't think there's any sport that has the smell, feel, texture of baseball, of live baseball. Basketball, the squeakiness of the tennis shoes, the bounce of the basketball, the sound of the rim, hopefully less than the sound of the net. That sound,
there you go.
Right? In that space, the conversations. Football, it's the fresh air, and depending on the season, it plays into it. There are more whistles in football than baseball. But the sights and sounds. Baseball has a smell as they start to prepare the hot dog machine, the popcorn machines. You breathe that in, you go, oh man, this I would imagine that heaven is a baseball smell.
I can see it. I can definitely see it. And it's so, obviously, again, everybody knows this, but I mean, it is, to your point, like, as far as like a live viewing experience, and no bad seat in the house. I mean, that's probably one of the best parts of baseball is, like, pretty much any angle or viewpoint of, obviously you can get behind home plate and sort of stuff like that. There's better seats than not, but there's a pretty big difference, can be at times in a lot of the sports. In baseball, you get a pretty good view of it one way or the other.
Listen, and I know that Haymarket is an established ballpark. Especially for University of Nebraska, and then the Haymarket, the Salt Dogs themselves. There is a bit of intrigue about the berm adds personality and culture, but down the lines, I would fathom what would those seats be like. Like if you push the seating down to down the right field line, that area down there, which gets some folks in there, and that's a lot of standing room only folks. But I'd imagine you can fit those seats in there, and the same down the left field line, in that path area back there, where you could get some pretty good seats. And then the berm, the berm is a part of the personality, and the sight lines. So yeah, you could see every pop fly, every even popped up to the catcher. You can see them all the way back to the netting. You can see down in the corners for balls hitting the corner. You can see defenders go down. Great sight lines for balls and strikes. And our batting practice pitcher is starting to loosen up. So
there you go.
We're probably about 10, 15 minutes from those folks getting down there, and they need to get in and get out because, again, they're preparing for a ball game and they've got some work that they want to do. Although I haven't seen a rush of players down there. Normally, we've seen a few folks who are working on rehab and recovery in the outfield, stretching and such. But yeah, looks like we're about 15 minutes. And again, this is where Austin has a pretty good stroke. I was going to send Bach down there, but I'm not going to do that to him. Yeah, I'm not going to do that to you. We'll let you settle in. We'll probably have 5 or 6 folks down there taking swings.
Yeah, we might even call it, especially if they get some distance on it. We'll definitely call it in on the radio as it happens here. But I think you're right too, because I was kind of thinking about it. What another part of what makes baseball such a good live event, I think, is the fact you could be hit by a baseball at any time. When you football, basketball, sure there is a chance. Volleyball, that the ball comes into the crowd, you got to give it right back, all that sort of stuff. Baseball is just so beautiful, especially, I think about, the opposing team hits a home run and the fan gets the ball. It's a souvenir or not. Just throw it back. You don't want to count that run. So, that is beautiful. And then, of course, the Cubs well know about it, but sometimes some interference that can happen on some fly balls too. I mean, it just makes for such an interesting experience.
Are you pro throwing a ball back, or should you just accept the souvenir?
I would have a tough time doing it. I think it depends on the situation, but more often than not, I think I'd keep it. I mean,
if it is my least favorite player on the opposing team and he hits a bomb and I catch it, I'm keeping the ball.
Yeah.
I'm keeping the ball.
Yeah,
I'm not throwing that ball back. I'm not pulling the Henry Rowe and Gardner. Like, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm going to. I understand that it's part of the culture, and part of the environment, but nah.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is it's interesting because I do have a story here. A little bit embarrassed of, but it is part of the baseball culture here too, is when they first played Big Ten baseball here. It was the first season. Nebraska was just getting into the Big Ten. They had yet to switch the logo on the baseball. So remember the old Big Ten logo with the 11 in it after Penn State joined? You could see 11 because there are 11 teams in the Big Ten. And so they were in the process of switching the logo. They used the baseball with the 11 logos on it. Fly ball was hit over to me by one of the berms, or I should say, a little bit more line, whatever. It came down, and I got it. I got to it quicker than everybody else, but I was a college kid, and I noticed everybody else was younger. I'll put it that way.
Oh, Bach, you're not that guy.
It had the Big Ten logo on it. It's one that I am ashamed to say it still sits at my house to this day. So I did not give it up to a younger kid. I probably had an excuse, I got a nephew or something. I got to go give this to my son or something. Never did. I kept it for myself. But that's part of it too. Is you talk about throwing the ball back on a home run. It's also, if there's any kid around and you catch a ball, you're going to look like the bad guy if you're not giving it.
You are the bad guy.
Yeah,
you're not looking like the bad guy. You are the bad guy. You literally are the bad guy. And it's okay to be the heel, as long as you know you're the heel. Like, you can't. You can't. No, it is. I've never been the guy who kept. I don't think I kept one even if there were no kids around. I would find a kid and give it to him because it means more to the kid to have it than. Again, I want to say Astros World Series got one, and I found a kid to give it to. There's another Nationals playoff game, batting practice before, got a couple hit because we were sitting in the left field outfield wall, and of course bombs are being hit, and but you have those weird professional adult home run catchers.
Oh yeah,
and I still need to know who hurt them. Like who hurt you to just. I mean, okay, are you pro glove as a fan, or should you just have to man up and catch it with your bare hands?
Man, that's a tough one. I mean, I think you should. God, it's so fun to bring a glove to a baseball game.
Oh, no, it's not. It's lame.
You think so?
It's so lame.
I would worry about that. Anytime a ball's whizzing to me, and granted, I'm not, again, I've little baseball experience. That's why I could hardly hit it at the infield. But I can't track a ball too well
But
as opposed to a baseball player.
y'all are the reason why we have nets all the way down the baseline, because I can get hit by a baseball. Well, put your phone down and put your hands up. How about that? Out here, just listen. It is a full thing of people, and I know the people, and I know that a lot of times, and I've been to games with friends who had something to say, right? They were scrolling on their phone, or they were over drinking, right? They were overindulging.
Yes.
And quite frankly, your ability to track goes down. That's how that works. That's literally what it is. But that's why we can't lean over the rail and get foul balls down the line, because now there's a net up because somebody got hit while they were scrolling TikTok. So, come on, man. Listen, if you're there, I saw the funniest thing yesterday. Matter of fact, I meant to send it to you. I saw it. There was a guy on social media who took a football uniform and turned it into an actual suit.
Okay.
And yeah, Bach, I have never laughed that hard in my life. It is a full football uniform. And because it looks like you have shoulder pads, because it's built for shoulder pads, it sits broad like that.
Okay.
But with no shoulder pads. And then the pants, of course, if you take the long pants and pull them down your ankles, it looks like slacks. And my goodness gracious, I have never howled so hard in my life.
Would it pull it off, do you think?
I don't know.
Listen, wear that.
Listen, that's out of my cool. That is like, that's, I once I got done laughing, like that was really, it was like, oh, that's a thing. What are your thoughts on above the knee baseball pants? Because that's become a thing. That's become a thing. Sir.
I mean, I can't imagine it. All I've done, again, just sliding once will teach me that I would want to do that. It's the same thing with like football, where wearing less pads and all that stuff. It's just, I would want to be as protected as I could. Obviously, you want to be as free as you could as well. But
and they're wearing the leggings all the way to the ankle, but then you have the baseball bottoms, but they're only above the knee. And I just went, and it's happening now in football too, where it used to be that you had to have knee pad, elbow pad, knee pad, thigh pad, hip pads. That's not the case anymore. So once they got removed that, there's a guy, it's gotten so bad now, there's a guy on every NFL team, every NFL Sunday or game day, whose job is to go around and give fines for not honoring the uniform rule. Like he's the NFL cop. He's the uniform cop. And he walks around during warm-ups and literally he's writing up who's getting fined. Like he'll tell him, that's an envelope.
Yeah.
That's an envelope. That's an envelope.
I feel bad for that guy though, because sometimes players are wearing or have a Bible verse, or they have some fighting a disease or something that one of their guys are going through, and you have to be the bad guy to be like, yeah, I know, but still, that's a fine.
That's a fine, but then would ask the question. Well, you could make a donation. You can make your payment as a donation to a charity. But then it was just like, why not just make the donation to the charity? Like, why send it via the NFL?
Yeah.
Which is a little. That's where I get in trouble sometimes with logic. No, but the pants thing, the gloves thing. I'll have to find that video when we come back, because I just went, oh, what have I done?
Well, I wanted to know too, and I don't know what you feel about kind of like the batting for power thing. I'd realized, and follow Major League Baseball, but I didn't realize there's only like 4 guys hitting over and I don't know what the most is, like a week ago. Yeah, like 4 guys hitting above 300. It's not just a trend. I mean, it's taken over baseball.
Well, I mean, you made a point to change it to be about velocity, bat exit, velocity,
yeah,
launch angles, etc. So in the currently in the Major League, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are
7 guys
above,
now.
300 or above. Chandler Simpson is at 299. Shohei Ohtani's at 297. Then you got Michael Harris. You got some folks above 290, but Pete Crow Armstrong at 14 at 289. But to sit in the 300, you're 107. 107. But that's old. That's what it was back in the 70s. 60s and 70s, it was a real thing. And then, of course, Rod Carew and George Brett came along and kind of reset it. Height of the pitching mound was a part of it. The way bats were loaded, that was a part of it. Mainly the mound, because when Bob Gibson was on the high mound, he's at ERA of 1.12. They were like, do something. We're not hitting this guy. And that was the thing. I mean, Koufax in that era, that was the advantage. So they lowered the pitching mound. So yeah, I can tell that's Rudy just without even seeing it. Like, I know that's Rudy.
Yep, BP has started. Rudy is at the plate and taking swings and is driving one to the outfield as we speak. But let's go ahead and take a quick break. Terrell Farley back in the room. He might jump back on with me. We'll jump back on with me here for the next segment. DP, I know you were going to talk to you for an hour in about 30 minutes. So we'll get that ready. Maybe you can get on the field and coach them up down there. We'll see. But we'll be back with Bach in the Black Shirt live from Haymarket Park for BP with DP here in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere.
Hog Wild's giant stuffed baked potatoes are anything but basic and really hit the spot when you're craving a little comfort food. Nothing is more satisfying than a Hog Wild baked potato loaded with butter, sour cream, cheddar cheese, bacon bits, and chives. Add your choice of a Hog Wild house smoked meat like pulled pork, chicken, or brisket for a little extra. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, take the worm, put it on the hook. Now bring your pole back and throw it forward. And just let the fish come to you.
I got a bite! It's a big one, Dad!
Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
Do you ever feel okay in your current job and profession, but wonder if there's a better company that can offer more? Vision Mechanical is now hiring for journeyman plumbers and HVAC service technicians. Vision Mechanical offers top-of-the-industry wages, 100% paid health, disability, and life insurance, 401k with employee match, and paid holidays and vacation. Vision Mechanical believes in craftsmanship, teamwork, and building a better future, one project at a time. Apply today or learn more at visionmechanical.net or email Ron at vmech.net.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting lincolnteammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy, so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $195 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1009974, $195 per month, lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 10,000 due at signing, no security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 8/31/26.
Noticing more dust at home? It may be time for duct cleaning from Bryant. Breathe easy and healthy. Call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Guys, if you're dealing with low back pain or trouble urinating, don't just live with it. These could be signs of treatable conditions. At Advanced Medical Imaging, their interventional radiologists specialize in minimally invasive procedures designed to relieve symptoms and improve your quality of life without major surgery. June is Men's Health Month. Take the step. Call Advanced Medical Imaging today to schedule a consult and find out what AMI can do for you.
Hey, this is Jay Foreman, the host of Old School here at 93.7 The Ticket. And one of my favorite things to do is come down and meet all the fans before and after as they cheer on our beloved Huskers.
This message is brought to you by the Downtown Lincoln Association and 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. It's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear that you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
You're listening to Bach in the Black Shirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
We are back here on Bach in the Black Shirt here on 93.7 The Ticket for about a half an hour more before we get into one-on-one with DP. But I do have DP with me here live out at Haymarket Park. It is BP with DP. Terrell did make it back in the building, but he wanted to take some swings. So he's going to go down there. Rudy right now taking some swings for us, and he's starting to get in the groove. Oh, now he's got to give up. But he got that one out to deep into the outfield as they rotate down there. What an awesome time for these guys to take some swings down there and getting a pitch in there for one of the Salt Dogs. Looks like, I don't know if he's part of the staff or one of the
that's
team
a staff.
members.
Yeah, that's a skipper.
Okay.
That's a skipper.
Oh, that's the skipper.
Yeah, that's a skipper. Yeah. No, it's funny, too, because last time Farley was here, I want to say he used like farmer's gloves to take batting practice.
Did he found some
gloves? Farley had the largest gloves to ever stand in a batter's box here at Haymarket Park. He had the gardening gloves on, and I just saw that Rudy gave Farley his batting gloves to take. So Farley, he had to talk himself, like he wanted to talk himself out of it. And Farley talked about it. He goes, as a kid, he'd go to Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, the old Braves Stadium in Atlanta, and that was the thing. You could go and get general admission seats back in the day for $5. To go see Hank Aaron and Bob Horner and Dale Murphy and Glenn Hubbard and those guys, Phil Necro. But he was a bat boy, so it's a thing. Yeah, the reality is that and this is the funny thing is that. We all took hacks as kids, and we just think that everybody carried it with us into adulthood. No, we did. No, we do not. No, we do not. But yeah, Farley stands like a linebacker hitting.
I say we got to work on his technique a little bit.
He stands like a linebacker hitting a baseball. Like I would imagine that Jay Foreman would be in the same kind of category of a different set of muscle groups required.
Did you ever have any success? And I'm sure you did, but there are guys that you can, identify. Okay, this is a football player playing basketball, or like you just said.
100%. But that was why. So a big part of why I decided that if I was going to coach high school, I wanted to coach multiple sports at the same school. I didn't want to start over in tracking athletes and tracking academic programs and community stuff and culture and all those things. I wanted it to be consistent. But I could go through and tell you, like when I looked at a point guard, I knew whether he was going to be a good wide receiver or center fielder. I knew Quarterbacks tend to play at the corners, shortstops. That if you can see them on the wing, first baseman, power forwards tend to hang out in the same universe. First baseman, if there's a big lineman, there's a catchers at middle, linebacker, and center. You can you knew what it was, and there are people who played basketball like they were football players. There are people who who played basketball like they were linemen. Like you knew the deal. I had on the basketball team I coached in high school. We had 2 linemen who ended up playing at the Air Force Academy. That was my center and my power forward.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not quite fair.
Yeah.
But I understood what I had, and you coached accordingly. Really good athletes, gritty. They were smart players. Looking for he tapped out.
He's done.
Oh, he's right
down there.
Look at.
I don't know if he would have got one out of the infield, so now I feel a little bit better about myself.
No, just the reality behind it all. There's a reality that this dude's throwing at me, and he's throwing like he's not throwing best friend batting practice. He's throwing minor league baseball batting practice. Like he's got to get it going. That would have been a base hit.
Yeah,
that was a base hit. This kid's a wrestler at Wesleyan. Yeah, he's a wrestler. So 2 of those guys are wrestling. One of them is a baseball player. But again, it's the thing, right, where you just kind of take pride in identifying athletic ability. Wrestlers tend to play linebacker in football. It makes all the sense in the world. Track sprinters play wide receiver. Some play running backs. The elites play running back. Outfielders being able to get long in the legs, especially in the middle of the outfield. At the corners, you tend to get tight end and running backs, guys who can cover space and still, but you're asking them to cover less space. But center fielders, wide receivers, point guards. Every now and then a shooting guard. You know what you got. you know what when you see it, you can say, okay, the ability to move differently and to move fluently in different spaces. So offensive linemen move differently, more violently in short bursts. So that sort of translates to wrestling. The wrestling translates to linebacker. It's a linebacker play, and if you need a really good basketball defender, it's probably a wrestler, right? It's probably somebody, a linebacker in football, and the crossover is there, and it's pretty consistent, Bach. You can tell. You could tell. Like I would imagine Rudy would have been a really good linebacker, but some coach probably made Rudy play left guard.
Oh yeah.
Like that.
That ends
some
a lot
coach,
a lot of football careers is a guy being stuck on the line.
Listen.
Somebody's got to do it.
Some high school coach in Texas saw Rudy Gress IV and said, "You are my starting left guard." Like just whether he liked it or not, they put him there. I would imagine that here at Wesleyan they try to turn him into a first baseman. I would have forced him to play third. Because I would imagine he's got a pretty decent throwing arm and he hits the ball hard enough to play third and not really risk the offensive production. You're not risking anything. He's a guy that hits the ball hard enough.
Now, let me ask you this, too, because kind of come as we're talking about these things. I think most people like the idea of what you can learn from other sports. Did you ever have guys that weren't really interested in playing? I mean, did you have to convince guys to play some other sports?
It was regular. It was regular to get one because, and there's the transition of some folks being told that they had an opportunity to go college in a sport, so they need to focus on it.
Sure, yeah.
When the opposite was true, where college coaches were telling them, no, I'd much rather have a guy who can figure out, he can operate on his feet, he can figure out how to be successful doing different things athletically, doing different things. We had a kid, Andy Stenchula, and Andy was 6'5", 6'6", about 230. I mean, absolute unit. Played basketball, loved basketball. But the moment I saw him thunder down and skyhawk, so imagine Blake Griffin, and he didn't want to play football. He wasn't playing football, and I thought you would be the best tight end in the state.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, that's interesting. My granddad played for the Redskins. And I went, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, wow. Okay. We had a kid who did not play, John Snodgrass, Snodgrass played basketball. He was another Stenchula. Got to Auburn, walked on as a tight end. Yeah. He just went, yeah, thanks for nothing. Could have used you. Often high school coaches can ruin some of those things. And then, it could be your uncle. It could be your best friend telling you, nah, man, don't do that. It happens a lot. It happens far too often, as a matter of fact.
Well, and did you always encourage them? Because you think about the opposite. Like you said, there's obviously the guys that are having the offers at least and, focus on one sport. I at least can kind of dedicate yourself to that, although you have a different, viewpoint on that. But for a lot of guys, it's just like, well, what else are you going to do, right? Like, why don't you,
but they had
stay
options.
busy at least?
They had options. So the most recent group of kids that I coach who are now playing in college, one of them comes to mind is a kid by the name of Evan Minarvik. And Minarvik played for me at John Cooper, played quarterback for me, played shortstop for me in baseball, played point guard for me in basketball. We had another kid, Logan Lex, who ended up playing at GW, playing baseball at GW. So they chose baseball. But as football players, Evan Minarvik threw for like 10,000 yards in high school. Logan Lex averaged 90 catches a year. Averaged. But at 5'11-ish, 6 foot, 165 pounds, they thought the likelihood that they could fit in right away at baseball, they chose the easier path. I chose the harder path. I was told by my friends and family and anybody that would say so, you have offers in baseball, football, and track. Whatever you do, don't choose baseball. Like, the other sports are so easy for you.
Fit better. Okay.
You're just, you as a, like, you could walk into a D1 and be the top kick returner year one, receiver. You'd probably start as a sophomore. Running track, you're just competing with yourself. But I had already had numbers. And then the first time I got the big offer in Division I, and my friend says, again, bro, whatever you do, don't choose baseball. I chose baseball because you said it. I can't do it. And you, Bach, you figured this out by now. If somebody tells me I can't do something, I tend to accept that as I can't build a station downtown. Nobody's gonna listen to radio 18 hours a day. We don't do that in Nebraska. Watch me.
I'll never forget one of the first couple months I met you. I told you one day I'd like to write some fiction. I'd like to write, get into a writer. A couple weeks later, I'm a best-selling author now. Oh, okay,
well, that was the thing, right? That when they tell you, the only way I got in the TED circuit was somebody challenged me to do it, and they were like, "Listen, you're a pretty good writer, but you would never get on a TED stage. Those are for brilliant people. Those are for those are the geniuses, man. What are you doing? Really? That's okay. Watch. Okay. And then it was okay. You got lucky. Lightning in a bottle. Well, I just got my second. Yeah, I kind of love those people who do a thing and say, okay, I'm going to do the most difficult thing possible. Do the thing that people are afraid of doing. Do the thing. We know those people that just, quite frankly, learn to run through walls and kick down boundaries. As a coach, I would imagine that most of the guys that play for the Salt Dogs played another sport in high school.
I would think so, yeah.
I would imagine, like, listen, the first guy walking down here, that's a wide receiver.
Yeah.
That's a wide. The dude behind him is a running back.
I said I've seen their athleticism out here.
Quick foot twitch, being able to get your feet down in short space, the dancer effect versus the driver effect. The second dude, that dude gets 10 toes down, right? And the way he pushes off his heel. Farley can tell you, he as a linebacker, you can look at the way somebody walks, know whether I'm going to have a problem catching this dude or not. And the style of running is different. Two elite athletes, but the guy on the right, wide receiver, tight end, guy on the left, running back. No doubt, right? Farley, am I right? Yeah, it's you see them, and then you get into the mindset, right? That is baseball players. One's an outfielder. Actually, both of those are outfielders. One plays in the middle, one plays in the corner.
I'll, of course, have a chance to see them again tonight against the Winnipeg Goldeyes. Free T-shirt night Fridays, post-game fireworks. Should be a lot of fun. Here, we're out at Haymarket Park for BP with DP. One more segment of Bach the Black Shirt, then we'll transition to one-on-one. But we'll be out here till 5 again. Salt Dogs first pitch tonight at 7:05. So stay tuned for that. We will go ahead and take a break. We'll be back with BP with DP on Bach the Black Shirt on 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy, so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $195 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1009974, $195 per month, lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 10,000 due at signing, no security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 8/31/26.
Noticing more dust at home? It may be time for duct cleaning from Bryant. Breathe easy and healthy. Call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Looking for the right utility tractor for your acreage? Find it at Landmark Implement. Shop our selection of used John Deere compact tractors from 1 through 5 series with the power and versatility to track mowing, yard work, snow removal, and more. For a limited time, get 2.9% financing for 36 months, followed by 6.2 for 24 months with approved credit. We've got the right fit for your property and your budget. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or visit us online at landmarkimp.com today and experience the Landmark difference.
Hog Wild's giant stuffed baked potatoes are anything but basic and really hit the spot when you're craving a little comfort food. Nothing is more satisfying than a Hog Wild baked potato loaded with butter, sour cream, cheddar cheese, bacon bits, and chives. Add your choice of a Hog Wild house smoked meat like pulled pork, chicken, or brisket for a little extra. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
At DWE Generations, having a plan matters, especially when it comes to protecting what's most important. They work with individuals, families, and business owners to help make smart financial decisions that support life today and set the foundation for generations. David Darlington, Russell Walton, and Cody Eiler bring decades of experience, and their dedicated team provides follow-through, answering questions, explaining next steps, and staying connected as life evolves. DWE Generations, a generational wealth planning firm. DWE Generations is a marketing name for individuals doing business as representatives of Northwestern Mutual. Visit generations.nm.com or call 402-483-7871 and ask for David, Russell, or Cody. Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting lincolnteammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs, quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside's margaritas and old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, Our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Do you ever feel okay in your current job and profession, but wonder if there's a better company that can offer more? Vision Mechanical is now hiring for journeyman plumbers and HVAC service technicians. Vision Mechanical offers top-of-the-industry wages, 100% paid health, disability, and life insurance, 401k with employee match, and paid holidays and vacation. Vision Mechanical believes in craftsmanship, teamwork, and building a better future, one project at a time. Apply today or learn more at visionmechanical.net or email Ron at vmech.net.
You're listening to Bach in the Black Shirt on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bach in the Black Shirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We are powered by Bauer.
Infrastructure.
Bauer.
Underground.
Correct.
Excavating.
Shout out to the Bauer crews working hard throughout the Lincoln and Omaha areas. All right, Bach, I'm going to give you one chance to tell me what happened to your team last night.
The Cardinals?
Yeah.
I was actually pretty happy with Carson Beck. Looked pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about losing a preseason game. Came down to the final snap. Haynes King was able to run it in for the former Georgia Tech or Ramblin' Recco Georgia Tech quarterback, which was kind of cool. If you remember a couple years ago when Beck was at Georgia, they had like an absolute shootout between the two, went to like multiple overtimes at Georgia Tech, and then to be able to kind of run it back there, so to speak. Now you got different quarterbacks kind of coming out at different times, but for the most part, the Cardinals didn't end up winning, but was very happy to see Carson Beck look like he did out there. And there's already, you don't want to take one look at him. It's your first look at the guy in the NFL. And there's always already some kind of thoughts out there. Well, if the Cardinals aren't going to be contenders, maybe see what you have in Carson Beck. So that should be fun for this year. Obviously, outside of that, the Cardinals going into that game was being mocked for some of their practice highlights. So it was good to see that. Quentin Newsom, former Husker, actually forced a fumble, which helped give the Cardinals the lead there in the third quarter. So good to see that as well. And just fun altogether. I mean, those Hall of Fame games, sometimes can, it's not as big of a crowd. Obviously, the winning, the team winning or not is not the biggest deal. But as far as like entertaining back and forth scoring and coming down to the final play in a couple of matter of inches, that's about as good as a Hall of Fame game as we could ask for. That and all the interviews with the guys that made it to the Hall of Fame. Roger Craig didn't do one live on ESPN, but they did on air, but they did do the kind of talked about his history and making it to the Hall of Fame, and of course being one of three running backs to ever hit the 1,000-yard receiving and rushing mark, being the first to do so, and also talking about this hill out in San Francisco that they used to run, him and Jerry Rice, that kind of helped make that team. So it was very kind of cool to get that. But then from Larry Fitzgerald, one of my favorite Cardinals of all time, maybe the most dominant postseason as a wide receiver back then in 2008. Just all the guys. I mean, it was a wonderful way to start off the football season, and I can't wait to see more. Again, for me, a lot of time it is looking at those ex-Huskers and seeing what they can do to hopefully try to make the team. We did see Ben Stilley, by the way, today sign a 1-year deal with the Lions as well in former Husker news.
All right, Bach, you'll get a lot of time to see next preseason is next weekend. You have a full schedule, Bach. One more thing before we get out of here, Bach. They say tempers flared at the Raiders camp today. They said defensive end Matt Crosby hit Kirk Cousins twice during team period, and Kirk Cousins grabbed his face mask, and they got into it. Then they broke it up. So that I wouldn't want to fight a guy like Max Crosby. He reminds me of a Grant Wistrom type player with the tattoos and stuff, but he has a motor like Grant Wistrom. So sometimes the quarterback needs to not pick fight with guys he won't win with.
Well, I mean, you got to stick up for yourself, though, too. I mean,
where's the lineman?
You're right. I wouldn't. The linemen need to be the ones doing it. You're not wrong there. Crosby would not be my first pick to fight in the NFL, but it is, Kirk Cousins is new to the table, new to the team. So, You want to make sure you're not the guy to pick on, I suppose.
I guess so, Bach, but that's still one guy. Him and Aaron Donald, I think I wouldn't try to push and run away.
Yeah, well, I don't think I'd personally try to fight anybody in the NFL, but that's just me.
All right, Bach, that'll do it for Bach in the Black Shirt here live at Haymarket Park for BP with DP. It is coming up next on 101. Listen to the boss man. He has words of wisdom. He always has them for us here at the Ticket. 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be right back.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Looking for the right utility tractor for your acreage? Find it at Landmark Implement. Shop our selection of used John Deere compact tractors from 1 through 5 series with the power and versatility to track mowing, yard work, snow removal, and more. For a limited time, get 2.9% financing for 36 months, followed by 6.2 for 24 months with approved credit. We've got the right fit for your property and your budget. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or visit us online at landmarkimp.com today and experience the Landmark difference.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
At DWE Generations, having a plan matters, especially when it comes to protecting what's most important. They work with individuals, families, and business owners to help make smart financial decisions that support life today and set the foundation for generations. David Darlington, Russell Walton, and Cody Eiler bring decades of experience, and their dedicated team provides follow-through, answering questions, explaining next steps, and staying connected as life evolves. DWE Generations, a generational wealth planning firm. DWE Generations is a marketing name for individuals doing business as representatives of Northwestern Mutual. Visit generations.nm.com or call 402-483-7871 and ask for David, Russell, or Cody. Ever look at your house and think, ouch, it's stuck in the past? Or realize that your kitchen needs a new everything? Like thousands of homeowners, you can simply call SprayNet Lincoln. Their patented spray system and paint delivers a flawless factory finish, no mess, done in a day, and cost-effective. It looks just like new, including your vinyl. And it's all backed by their 15-year no-peel warranty. SprayNet Lincoln, custom chemistry and smarter painting. Google SprayNet Lincoln or call them now at 402-383-3336 or email ching@spray-net.com.
Hog Wild's giant stuffed baked potatoes are anything but basic and really hit the spot when you're craving a little comfort food. Nothing is more satisfying than a Hog Wild baked potato loaded with butter, sour cream, cheddar cheese, bacon bits, and chives. Add your choice of a Hog Wild house smoked meat like pulled pork, chicken, or brisket for a little extra. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Building a new home can be a challenge, a lot of big choices. With our Remington homes, we have designed 15 different floor plans that appeal to a wide range of people.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, talking about Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier.
People really enjoy being able to go to our website, which is remingtonlincoln.com, pick a plan, pick a price point, go through and build it yourself. You have a lot of options, whether you want granite, painted trim, wood floors, more stone, all options with our Remington homes. People do not want to be married to their house payment. You're able to get what you really want in a home for a great price with very limited stress. And that's what Remington Homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves. We would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate again. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK studios at 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting lincolnteammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Sponsored by the Downtown Lincoln Foundation on 93.7 The Ticket.
It is Friday. You made it. Nothing that got in your way stopped you from getting to Friday. Boom. Yep, got it. Got the boom in. First question of the day, as always, is the most important one. Black Time, sir, how the heck are you?
Oh, not too bad. I mean, this song was good when you played it. I got to admit, it's grown on me. I'm trying to get into this.
It's such a fun group. I need to post more videos. I shared some with Harrison the other day, just so he could see who the people were, and that sort of matters. But the band is a Fairfax, Virginia band called the Eccentrics, and it's EXCENTRICS, not the ECC centrics that currently exist that try to steal the name of Bogart their way onto it. But greatly appreciate you hanging out with us on a Friday. 424-645-6685 is the Starter Heyman text line to be a part of what we're doing. And if you look in the outfield, there was a sign in right center field that just a few moments ago had a familiar logo on it. Had the ticket logo on it. Well done. I don't know who was responsible for that, but well done.
I got an idea that maybe you were part of that.
Yeah, just, man, things you see, things you know. There's tons of stories. Again, we're here. We're going to give away a 4-pack of tickets to see the Salt Dogs this weekend, either Friday or Saturday. You let us know when you're ready to do the trivia. And we will put that in play. But there's a couple of things, like, again, free T-shirts and fireworks. That's a pretty good way to spend your Friday. free T-shirts and fireworks here at Haymarket Park on a Friday. It's a beautiful night out. Thank you that it hasn't. It's not sauna-esque as it had been previously, but Fan Appreciation Day for Husker football tomorrow. Bach, what is your fandom scale at when it comes to attending Fan Day for football?
Well, I always think back to when I did go. Obviously, it's as a very much of a youth. I mean, it was a day you obviously look forward to, and it's very cool. Meet your heroes, all that sort of stuff. So for the kids, it's just fantastic. The last one I think I went to was when I was in college, and I remember going in and trying to get the different signatures from Levante David and Jared Crick and Alfonso Dennard. I tried to go to each group. I had a black shirts ball, so I had to go to the linebackers, defensive line, and cornerbacks. It's only for an hour and a half. You got to choose, and back then those lines were rough. I'm sure they will be again tomorrow. But again, my question with that, and I'm so interested. I think I know the answer as it is kind of default is quarterback if there's nothing else. But thinking back to that day when I was in college and trying to get Levante David's signature and all that, is what would be the longest line? Who is demanding the longest lines at Fan Day tomorrow? And I don't know if there's an immediate answer other than
I think it's
cornerback.
I think it's
Quarterback. Yeah.
The quarterbacks tend to do that. That's kind of how that works. I would imagine that Calandria is 1A, maybe Lyndon Meyer, number 2, Ja'Cory Barney, a name that's familiar enough. The linemen probably should have theirs done together. So if you have the offensive linemen together, that would certainly put them in a row, put them in their own corner, put the receivers in the corner. If you had that, here's what I would say. If you had all the quarterbacks in one room, running backs, receivers, offensive linemen, defensive linemen, linebackers, defensive backs, and specialists, which table would you go to?
I think wide receiver. I think that's the deepest room. So if you're going to get everybody's signature, there's a lot of upside with some of those guys. I think you're pretty excited about what Ja'Cory Barney can bring to the table. Quasi Gilmore, of course, coming in from UCLA, and Isaiah Hunter. I mean, I think you might have the most upside of all of them. So we'll have to kind of wait and see on that. But then, you kind of go on down the line with the depth there. I think there's some guys that could stand out for future, if not this year, break out into that group. So, I would probably lean toward that room just because of the depth of it. But again, I do think there's a little bit, if Emmett Johnson was here, that would be the answer, right? And some years you just don't have the overwhelming, obviously, preseason star in there. And maybe Justin Evans is that this year. He's getting a lot of recognition. But, again, for a lineman, maybe it could be harder to get that fan recognition as much.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's what I would expect to hear. Woo! Which of that group are willing to bet that if you got signed footballs or jerseys from them would have the most value 10 years from now?
See, that's why I wanted to lean toward wide receiver. I just think there's some potential there. But again, that's hard. There's the football season. Obviously, pads are hitting today. We're excited, and hopefully by the end of the season, there's several All Big Ten selections. But I mean,
several
of them.
Several.
But right now, you don't see a whole lot of preseason All Big Ten types for Nebraska, and so again, I think that's kind of the point going into the season. Let's prove it. We've had a lot of hype year in and year out, and at some point we want to believe. We always buy into it. Want to believe that it's going to get paid off at some point. And so hopefully these coaches are developing these guys. But I don't know. Like I haven't looked, but I don't think there's a whole lot just based on what what I know as a sports fan. It's like the early NFL draft look at, who's going to be draft eligible and what rounds they'd go in.
Justin Evans, number 1.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
It's just what I'm told.
Yeah.
It's just what I'm told. I'm not sure where I would be willing to, especially because, as you said, if they're lines, you have to pick your battle. Right, what hill are you gonna get on? And if you said greatest value, running backs, receivers, probably most famous, probably most productive. I'm not sure. They sent up an email asking and explaining to folks about ticket sales, And a couple of things are in play. You can get $30 tickets for Ohio, $30. Or you can get the 4-game mini plan flash. Here are the rules. So we understand. Build your own custom-made 4-game package for just $185 each. Right? So you get to choose one of, ready for this? Indiana or Ohio State, Washington or Maryland, and then 2 of the 3 non-cons, Ohio, Bowling Green, North Dakota. So then I would ask, Bach, you're behooved with 2 passes, and you can create your 4-game. First choice, you can only choose one, Indiana or Ohio State. Who you pick?
Whew, that's such a good one. Now, I've seen both of them inside Memorial Stadium, so there is that.
You've worked some of these games, according to what I'm told.
Yeah, but I haven't I haven't seen Indiana at this power. When I saw Indiana, they were not quite the same.
This is Indiana. New phone. Who this?
Yeah.
So
I mean, I almost want to lean toward that, but I'm so intrigued by that Ohio State game in November. But it's not always the right type of intrigue. I mean, that could be like a really hype game, big opportunity, or it could be limping in toward the end of November. So
more likely, but here's the thing: they could be 5-0,
right,
heading into Indiana.
Yeah,
at home.
That could be like the game or one of the games of the week. So I would probably lean toward Indiana, if nothing for nothing else, just to see Kurt Signetti, too.
Just to see what it is. What time do they play that game?
I'm not sure if that one's...
No, it hasn't been announced. But
yeah.
What time would you want that game to be played?
So that's always kind of funny, too, because then you get into
5-0 Huskers, 5-0 Hoosiers.
I think the best for the Huskers...
Is that at prime time?
Well, prime time in the Big Ten means 11 o'clock in the morning.
Well, that's
so
that's
that's
just like,
interesting.
no. Where do you want that game, though?
I think I would want it for Big Noon, actually.
Here?
Yeah. Because
2 5-0 teams.
Yeah.
A noon kickoff.
Well, again, most of that is because of the exposure, because that would mean that you are the Big Noon kickoff of that week.
I want that to be national TV. Don't you want Memorial Stadium on national TV?
Absolutely.
At night.
Yeah.
Right? At night, national TV. But Ohio State, November. So October 10 weather versus November 10th weather, which certainly plays into it. So you say you would choose Indiana.
I would choose Indiana. I think to your point, I think if there is a tiebreaker, it would be that Nebraska would seem to have more to play for in that Indiana game, at least feeling like, if you can pick your W's and L's going into the year, then at the Ohio State point, who knows what it's going to be. But that game is going to be with Iowa around the corner. That's you're going to kind of know at that point what you need to do in those final 2 games.
I think the first one matters. Then you would have to choose between October 3rd, Maryland versus October Halloween night, Washington, or Halloween. It may not be Halloween night.
And I would choose Washington here. One, Halloween's my favorite holiday. I'm excited to see kind of the craziness.
That explains
zaniness.
So much about you.
Yes.
That explains so much. Clarity. Thanks, Brock.
So that would be fun, and I can dress up as crazy as I want to, and nobody will look at me weird. So that would be fun. But the other thing is, and I've been arguing with this, is, I think we have an idea, and Maryland certainly has an argument to be in this case too, so don't get me wrong. But I think that Washington-Illinois stretch, those are kind of the borderline top 25 teams. Washington's in it. Illinois is not in it for right now. And we don't know what those teams will look like by the time we get there. But yes, I want to beat, I want Nebraska to beat Indiana and Oregon and Ohio State. Of course, who does? I mean, if I could choose one game, I'd choose one of those. But I think more likely their season is going to depend on how they do against Washington, Illinois, Maryland, those type of teams in the middle upper tier to kind of fight your way up. Than those other ones. You can change, get a lot more eyes on the program by winning those other games. But, these Washington, Illinois, I think for what we expect this team to be, the difference between 7, 8, 9 wins could come down to come down to that. And then if the season goes a little bit worse than that, the difference between making a bowl game or not could come down to those games.
Who do you want to see? Get two of the three: Ohio, Bowling Green, North Dakota. 2 night games and an 11 o'clock game. Ohio's the season opener, 11 a.m., which I understand, but dang. I understand that if in the rush to football season, you don't want to wait all day. You don't want to wait all day. Let's get the game in. Let's be excited. Let's go to sleep pondering it. There's tailgates and all the festive stuff goes on Friday night. Haymarket will sound great. It'll look great. All those things. You're still undefeated against Ohio, but 11 o'clock, and then Bowling Green and North Dakota are both 6 o'clock games.
Well, and I think the 6 o'clock of North Dakota would save it there, because I would say you want to do a night game. I'm interested in Bowling Green, second-year coach Eddie George. Obviously, I think that they could do a nice. Make it Tommy Frazier should have won the Heisman Day or something there. I think they could. I hope they don't miss that. At least some little dig there.
Or have Jay Foreman meet him at the tunnel.
Yeah, there you go. He's got story there. But I think I'd go. I think that I hope this is not the case, but I think the more interesting of those 3 games will be Ohio and North Dakota. And I hope they're not interesting, but I think they could wind up being.
What's the biggest game of the year? What's the one that says most likely tells the story of what the season is going to be?
I think, if I had to pick one, I think Halloween night against Washington. I think that kind of tells the story. With Nebraska, you always kind of break it into thirds, right? And I think Nebraska's kind of in the back half of that second third. Washington is probably toward the front half of that third.
That's after Oregon on the road. So It's after Indiana here, Oregon in Eugene, bye week, Huskies.
Yeah. And I believe Washington has a bye week going into that one too, which so no advantage there, but you're still at home. But either way, actually they have an extra day because they do have a bye week. They play on Friday, the other day there.
What if I said that Michigan State was the most important game of the season?
If you lose it could be.
Bach. This is that's the priority and focus. That after the non-con, 3 games of being able to see who you are and kind of identify who you are, then you're taken out of your comfort zone. You're put in conference against a team that has as much to fight for, a lot of the same reasons to fight for that you do. It's kind of season defining for both of these programs because Michigan State needs this. They need this, and at home in front of their fans in a must-win situation for them. Both games. Think about that. Every game is must-win until it's not must-win for Nebraska. Ohio, must-win. Bowling Green, must-win. North Dakota, must-win. Michigan State, must-win. Maryland, must-win. If you handle your business those 5 times and walk into having Indiana here for national TV and other, and everybody's here, my goodness gracious, kind sir, we're talking about a different kind of season.
Yeah, and I do think that Michigan State game, by the way, could be very big. Again, I'm so interested, and I know we get the Kool-Aid going here, especially this time of the year. But I'm so interested by some folks that are just, brushing off some of these as easy wins. I don't know what Nebraska football team you've been watching.
They aren't watching.
Yeah.
They don't know. They don't know.
No.
Listen, there are more questions about this Husker team right now than we've had since day one, Scott Frost. We had a lot of questions, Matt Rule, day one. We had a lot of questions. We really didn't know what are they going to run, what are these coordinators going to do, what players are coming along, what players are staying. There's a ton of those things. But we currently have more questions about this team than we've had since day one, Scott Frost. Because, again, all the things that Scott was doing down south and all the things that had gone on before, and then a lot of the things that were said. And a different era, quite frankly, of social media engagement, commentary, narratives, publications getting involved, narratives being pushed. As a matter of fact, my goodness gracious, what do we know about this Nebraska team?
Not a whole lot.
Like, there are no guarantees.
No.
And they've told us, quite frankly, that the best player who, before the narrative took place, some folks have said third or fourth best center in the Big Ten. And now, well, it's the best. Okay, well, if he's the best, who's the second best player? That means he's better than Elijah Pritchett. He's better than Bubba Lottie? Is that what we're saying?
As of right now.
Are we saying that Luke, that Lindenmeyer is better than a kid who toiled here, left, went to Texas A&M, made All-America, got drafted? Are we saying that Lindenmeyer is that good?
I'm not sure.
Listen to me. Are we saying? I mean, we haven't seen the explosive wide receiver game since Trey Palmer. Are we saying we expect that from this group? And, oh, by the way, the quarterback position is still a big, huge, honking question mark. What are you really telling me, that all of a sudden, in the offseason, Calandria became a better quarterback than Dylan Raiola? All of this from the same people who gave Dylan Raiola the crown and the keys to the program. That's how good Dylan Raiola was.
And keep in mind, Calandria wasn't their first choice either.
Wasn't the first choice. Like, wait a minute. You went and got another dude that was on the same roster with Calandria. Like, they know each other. They've seen each other. What happened, and why have those are those the answers now? Like, whatever your answers are, why are those your answers now? What happened since Utah? What happened since Iowa? Are you telling me that the workouts have been so good in this program, the offseason, that this has happened, right? We know this. Wait a minute. Did Dana get the Fountain of Youth? If you did, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Tell me, Dana, you know what? The magic 8 ball is firmly in the hand of Dana Holgorsen. He now knows things that he may not have known the answers to before. Because when we last saw this, it did not have answers against Utah. Is that a fair thing to say?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that quarterback had a field day.
Right? Are you telling me that the defensive line, they got mauled by Utah, has gotten that much better? We got new talent?
Few of them.
What do we know? What would they have done? The answers that we do not have. You can always say, you can tell the state of the program simply by the number of questions that you have about it. And we have more questions about this team and this program than we have answers. Bach, am I wrong?
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, and then it's just kind of interesting. I think that's why a lot of people are kind of sitting on, show me at this point. Jared Crick, of course, great defensive tackle for Nebraska back in the day, came on that Character show. He said the same thing. It's like, I want to see it at this point. But I mean, it's so interesting because I remember, at a certain time, and I don't claim to know more than college coaches, of course, about football. But I remember, it gets to a point where, the word elite gets thrown around a lot, and I heard a little bit more of that. And it's like, I've heard from coaching staffs before, this guy's going to be the best in the nation or one of the best, or this guy's going to be that. And this staff kind of throws that around a little bit too. And so it's like, at a certain point, elite doesn't mean, when you came here and said elite, to me, that meant, okay, one of the best in the nation. Okay, this is going to be, and now I see what elite to you means, or great to you means somebody that plays it or something, and so it's like, at this point, I can't trust the words, I
elite wasn't thrown about around Emmett Johnson.
No, it didn't seem to be.
Elite was not thrown. We did not hear that was not a thing that happened, and I understood it. There was tons of conversation about Dylan Raiola. There were tons of conversation. I mean, again, there's a full list of people who went to Big Ten Media Days, people who were named captains, people who were given the single digits. Would you say that Nash Hutmacher was elite?
Good. Not
Good,
I
but
wouldn't
not
go- I
elite.
wouldn't- elite should be reserved for elite individuals. That is when you are trying to talk about the best of the best. At least that is my understanding of the word elite, and the elite pool has been widened here throughout the rule era.
John and Courtland. So here's the deal. We're going to get to John and Courtland, Kip, Jeremy, Thomas, and Lincoln. Listen, we're going to get to your text because it's fair and appropriate to put those into those oars in the water. There are things that need to be floated to see what sinks and what doesn't. But as John says, he says, who? Old news, talk. Just get on the field. Talk, don't do nothing. Mean nothing. Vibrations in the air, noise. Here's the thing. They have every opportunity. They had all the resources that could go get them elite players. If you're telling me that the Mountain West Conference MVP is or isn't elite, I don't know if it's true because we have to see it here. That building across the street with those red seats and those silver seats, we have to see. We have to see it against not only Ohio, because we haven't seen it against Ohio, because last time we saw Calandria versus Ohio, it didn't go well.
No.
It didn't go well. So we will get to your text. If you got something on your mind, get it into the text line 402-464-5685. BP with DP. Haymarket, Bach, DP. We will be right back to Salt Dogs Baseball. Man, this is fun.
At DWE Generations, having a plan matters, especially when it comes to protecting what's most important. They work with individuals, families, and business owners to help make smart financial decisions that support life today and set the foundation for generations. David Darlington, Russell Walton, and Cody Eiler bring decades of experience, and their dedicated team provides follow-through, answering questions, explaining next steps, and staying connected as life evolves. DWE Generations, a generational wealth planning firm. DWE Generations is a marketing name for individuals doing business as representatives of Northwestern Mutual. Visit generations.nm.com or call 402-483-7871 and ask for David, Russell, or Cody.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hog Wild's giant stuffed baked potatoes are anything but basic and really hit the spot when you're craving a little comfort food. Nothing is more satisfying than a Hog Wild baked potato loaded with butter, sour cream, cheddar cheese, bacon bits, and chives. Add your choice of a Hog Wild house smoked meat like pulled pork, chicken, or brisket for a little extra. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Building a new home can be a challenge, a lot of big choices. With our Remington homes, we have designed 15 different floor plans that appeal to a wide range of people.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, talking about Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier.
People really enjoy being able to go to our website, which is remingtonlincoln.com, pick a plan, pick a price point, go through and build it yourself. You have a lot of options, whether you want granite, painted trim, wood floors, more stone, all options with our Remington homes. People do not want to be married to their house payment. You're able to get what you really want in a home for a great price with very limited stress. And that's what Remington Homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
At the Nebraska State Fair, you never know what you'll experience. Maybe it's watching your kid fall in love with a baby goat. Maybe it's that first bite of something deep fried and incredible. Maybe it's the moment everyone puts their phone down because core memories are forming right in front of them. It all happens here at the Nebraska State Fair, August 28th through September 7th in Grand Island. Visit statefair.org.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, buddy, here we go. Just keep your eye on the ball. All right, just swing right through it. Yeah, good job. Way to go. Hey, run it out. Okay.
Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
Ever look at your house and think, ouch, it's stuck in the past? Or realize that your kitchen needs a new everything? Like thousands of homeowners, you can simply call SprayNet Lincoln. Their patented spray system and paint delivers a flawless factory finish. No mess, done in a day, and cost-effective. It looks just like new, including your vinyl. And it's all backed by their 15-year no-peel warranty. SprayNet Lincoln, custom chemistry and smarter painting. Google SprayNet Lincoln or call them now at 402-383-3336 or email ching@spray-net.com.
The friends at Carpets Direct here in Lincoln would like to take this time out to thank our first responders, doctors, nurses, and the healthcare professionals who put their lives in harm's way for our protection. Blood donation centers need people to donate blood. Be a silent hero and donate blood today. It will help accident victims, surgery patients, sick children, and members of our military. This message is from Carpets Direct here in Lincoln. Let's stay united and keep America safe and strong.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves. We would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate again. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios at 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Back to One-on-One with DP. Sponsored by the Downtown Lincoln Foundation on 93.7 The Ticket.
A little guitar riff for Friday. We've got Haymarket Park, home of the Lincoln Salt Dogs. BP with DP sent some young folks down to take some swings today. Pretty good watching them. And it's just fun watching people play baseball, just getting them to play baseball. We're appreciative of the Salt Dogs for letting us in the building and allowing us to do what we do. It's an honor for me. Again, I will keep saying thank you. Simply because, again, as a baseball player, as a coach, to be in this building and to be welcomed in this building, to be able to do this and then to be able to bring some people along, it is a blessing and favor and greatly appreciated. So we will continue to say thank you. The Bully Boys are going to be down at the Mill / Ticket Studios starting at 5 o'clock, 5 to 7. If you're around downtown, stop by. We turned the studios, the actual Mill area, into a skate park. And their vendors, really cool Husker vintage stuff in the building. Folks selling a lot of the old starter jackets and Leatherman jackets and the like. So if you're looking for something to do, go ahead and stop by. Along the way, here's from the text line. 1562 says this: if you watch the last touchdown against Boston College in the bowl game, when Ty lined up at fullback, he threw the most devastating block I've seen from this team in years. I hope we can find more of that somewhere on this roster. Okay, so a couple of things. What we saw in the final 2 weeks of last season, Bach, is it fair to say that wasn't good enough?
I think so.
Okay. Okay. Did we identify what went wrong those two games? Because until we can have a bazillion conversations, but until we figure out exactly what went wrong against Iowa, was it scheme, physicality, toughness, tackling, injuries, play calls, effectiveness, efficiency? What was it? And until you figure that out, you can't fix what you haven't identified. So we don't know what that team was bad at, other than an accumulation of things that showed up, giving up 40 points on defense, being beat up and thrown out the club on offense twice in the two biggest games of the season. That's to me, you can't, until you identify how that happened, it's really hard to fix it. And it's really hard. It's like watching a junkie and not identifying, well, why are you doing this? Why are you medicating? Why don't you love yourself enough not to do this? You better ask. So text line, if you have an answer for what needed to be fixed based on the Huskers' final two games last season, Iowa and Utah, what needed to be fixed? Because without identifying what needed to be fixed, what was broken, then you cannot advance past it this season. You can't just wish it away. You can't just start all over again. Bach, what say you?
Well, I think obviously you get to a point in those final three games, even you can include Penn State in there. They put up 37, so
that was terrible.
A shade away from 40.
Terrible.
Yeah, and that was tough to watch. So you're averaging giving up over 40 points per game in those final three games. You're going to identify that as a problem. Obviously, the rush defense wasn't all that spectacular. Dan Pierre, though, put on a show through the air as well.
300 yards passing.
Yeah, against Nebraska. So unfortunately, say what was wrong is you almost got it like the narrow list is what was right. Like what did they do well? Even special teams started to kind of crumble there toward the end too. And
you got a kick return, and then you give up one.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, never mind.
So they're, and they identified that. They got rid of the defensive coordinator. They're trying to bring in a new system and try to do better than that. But again, to me, that's where we last saw them. And that's why, a lot of this, well, this is going to get better or that's going to get better. From what I last saw from the Huskers, they've got a lot of work to do to catch up to Iowa, to Utah, and certainly to Penn State. And again, some of those teams, had some pretty spectacular seasons, but Penn State did not, and that was not, shout out to Terry Smith. I mean, he did a great job of the year putting them together, but that's not where that team wanted to be. And yes, you could still say they had some top talent. They went out and struggled against Rutgers. When I say struggle, at least, duked it out with Rutgers there toward the end. And Rutgers, it was a team that ended up being 5-8, whatever it was. So Nebraska, again, a lot of it by the end was like, okay, what do we have that's going well here? That's going to be a shorter list than what's going right. And of course, the quarterback.
We really were good here.
Yeah. But what was going well was Emmett Johnson, and he's out the door.
Would we say, okay, because there's truth to all of it. If you say at end of season that you need to make a change at defensive coordinator, when did you identify that, and what was identified? What did you say? Because you were wrong because you hired him, and then you sold us that he was the right guy and it was going to be innovative and revolutionary. This is going to be magic, right? And then before him was another defensive coordinator, and before him was another defensive coordinator. But maybe not good at picking defensive coordinators.
Well, actually, I'll give them credit. At least their defenses have been top 30. Again, it fell out at the end of last year, so it was not a top 30 defense.
You cannot say to me that this is a top 30 defense that averaged giving 40 burger up the last three most important games of the season.
I mean, it was over totality of the year. It was, but it was on the back end of that. But they gave up. Here's a fact that you might not know, or to kind of think of how bad it was since Nebraska's. No. Let's go since 2020. I think it was. And that was a shortened season, so you can include it or not. But 2021 and on, there have been 3 teams that have given up over 30 rushing touchdowns in Big Ten play. Or not in Big Ten play, just throughout the season. Last year's Nebraska team was one of them. They gave up 30 rushing touchdowns. They're the only of those 3 teams.
You know how hard that is.
Yeah, it's a lot.
You know how hard
That's a lot. That's the only team that went bowling.
That's
of
3
those
a
3
game.
games. It's a lot. Yeah. There were several times that they had 4 put up against them, including those final 3 games.
That's an average of 3 rushing touchdowns against, sir.
Yeah. Well, that's it. And keep in mind, the first 2 years, I think they had a combined 15 or 16 combined. I think it was 17, 9 and 8, one way or the other. But so I'll give him credit for hiring Tony White. Maybe part of the hope is that the defense can continue. But, he put on backwards hat Matt Rule. We got in the defensive line thing.
Coach Matt.
Yeah, that didn't work out. So hopefully they I'll at least say that they've been high. The first hire of Tony White was good. But the John Butler to run Tony White's defense was just a major miss. But that's so interesting.
What would you do?
I'm not sure. But we hope I think that's one of the biggest hopes in sells, I suppose, is that this staff is finally put together right. But how do we know that, right? I mean,
we don't know that.
You don't know that. Right?
We don't know that. We've been fooled before. Man, John Cortland says Bobby B part due. Kip says Eckler leaving makes me sick to my stomach. Don't let him go. Brett Maher is an unbelievable human being, and he will do a great job. I say promote Eckler and bring in Brett. Yeah, but some of it's not your choice. Some of it's not your choice. Sometimes you're trying to stay in a marriage that doesn't work. The other person says no. It's a real thing. Mark says large, strong front 7 on both offense and defense would be helpful. Yeah, I don't. Bach, I don't have a magic wand to just wave the ability to stop folks in the Big Ten and the Big 12. It has to be foundational, stopping the run. Like space eaters, leverage, gap control, maintenance, being able to flex defense. Again, that's why you go 4-2-5 rather than something traditional. It's hard to match up with who you have lining up and who you're bringing. But all of that, for all the bells and whistles and confetti, you still better be able to get to the quarterback and get running backs to the turf. And if you don't do that, again, 30-plus touchdowns. As long as it's not 36. It wasn't 36.
Yeah, I think it was 30. It was on the mark, but.
Woo. Oh, man. That 3 game for 12 games is, but you're only counting the Big Ten games.
Yeah, if you look at it, the numbers.
That's who you're counting.
Your numbers don't get better. I mean, your numbers get significantly better if you include Houston Christian and Akron, but those teams. That was a different story.
You mean Houston Baptist, Houston Christian isn't playing in the Big Ten?
No, not quite.
No, oh darn, that's a real problem. Again, Ohio has no fear coming into Lincoln, which I'm not cool with. As a matter of fact, Ohio should know that this is just them coming here to collect the check. Like, you get to throw punches at me and kick me in the stomach, but we're going to leave with a check. Otherwise, if you think they're building on reputation, that's a problem. That's a problem. And they do not have fear of Nebraska's quarterback, which everybody will tell you makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah, a lot of people are overlooking that game. It's a 23.5-point spread, and I'm going, I don't know about that. They're dealing with some change in their own turnover, and they got a new coach and all that, but he comes from the same coach kind of been going with their going back to Tim Albin's staff. But and again, who knows? I have to look into it. But to your point, it's frustrating, but it's time to acknowledge, like, Memorial Stadium, it's no shame on the fans. They've been packing that out, selling it out, all that sort of stuff. The environment's great. But when you look at the list of intimidating stadiums, it can get there, but the results have to back it up. And there's been too many, even MAC teams, Northern Illinois, like Ohio, MAC team come in here and win. There's just not been enough results on the field to fear the red in on the helmet.
Bach, we're going to take another break, but here's the question for you in the text line. We'll get your answer when we come back. Is the magic gone for Memorial? Is the sellout streak still a thing? Do teams fear coming to Memorial Stadium? Are they anxious? Do we make them anxious? Because that used to be the place where football dreams came to die. And now people are coming in here getting wins. Is the magic still there? We'll talk about that when we come back. BP with DP, Haymarket Park.
Play ball! Some places just feel like home. In Lincoln, that place is Haymarket Park. For 25 seasons, it's where we gather with friends, with family, and our out-of-towners who want that same warm welcome. It's where kids catch their first foul ball, where we're all neighbors for at least 9 innings. Because when Salt Dogs fans root for our home team, there isn't a single stranger in the stands. So come one, come all, and let your local tradition play on. Get your tickets at saltdogs.com.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Keep summer green with Judson Baleen and Judson Irrigation. More than 40 years ago, Judson Irrigation started taking in orphans. Lawn sprinkler systems installed by a quickie, cheapy summer job, install 'em and forget 'em outfit long forgotten. Call Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, buddy, here we go. Just keep your eye on the ball. All right, just swing right through it. Yeah, good job. Way to go. Hey, run it out. Okay.
Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs, quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside's margaritas and old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Hello, I'm Steve Sipple, co-host of Early Break, weekday mornings from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. And my favorite thing to do, see, or go to in downtown Lincoln is probably O'Rourke's. It's not like I go there that often, but when I do, it takes me back to my college years. It's always been a very chill bar. Seems like they play good music, just a good vibe in there. And I look forward to my next trip into that bar.
This message is brought to you by the Downtown Lincoln Association and 93.7 The Ticket.
At the Nebraska State Fair, you never know what you'll experience. Maybe it's watching your kid fall in love with a baby goat. Maybe it's that first bite of something deep fried and incredible. Maybe it's the moment everyone puts their phone down because core memories are forming right in front of them. It all happens here at the Nebraska State Fair, August 28th through September 7th in Grand Island. Visit statefair.org.
93.7 The Ticket is Lincoln's home for Kansas City Royals baseball in 2026. Catch all the action as Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and a pitching rotation led by Cole Reagans try to lead the Royals back to the postseason. That's Kansas City Royals baseball all summer long. On the air in Lincoln at 93.7 The Ticket. Back to one-on-one with DP. Sponsored by the Downtown Lincoln Foundation on 93.7 The Ticket.
We're going to finish up BP with DP. We'll take you back to the studios, to the mothership at the corner of 11th and O. Mike Smith and the Bowie Boys will turn the Ticket Studios in the Mill into a skate park. Greatly appreciate them setting the tone each month with the first Friday and doing something cool with the space, activating that space and using it, bringing people into that might normally not be there. But we appreciate that. And again, through all of it, if you want to come to a game this weekend, if you can't make tonight, you got 2 hours for tonight. You can come Saturday if you want, but just put in Salt Dogs tickets into the text line. The first person to do that will have 4 passes for you over the course of this thing. Yeah, Bach, a lot of the questions that we have, authentically so, we hope that they aren't issued. But questions are questions. And I think that's a big part of where this team sits. Tomorrow, Fan Fest, some excitement. The kids tend to find their way, and they will be at 10. I'm just not sure about the grown-ups. I'm not sure about the grown-ups, but it's really a thing. Bach, what are you watching this weekend?
Oh, I haven't really thought too much about this week. I got my cousin's baby shower, so that one's going to kind of stick out to me to get that done first. I was certainly looking forward to SummerSlam last week, but that passed by, so I thought that was pretty good. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if I have a significant or a special something. You know what? Actually, I don't know if you get too much into the Game of Thrones House of Dragons as a season finale this week. So I suppose that's what I'll be watching.
You just spoke Greek to me.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
What?
Yeah, not too
much. What? Kip and 7439. We'll put that in the Harrison's back at studio. And we will have them. We need your number, name, and email in the text line. 7439 gets first pick. Can pick either tonight or Sunday, and then Kip, you will have the option on the other. But we'll want to take care of you both. So it's a full thing. Again, Fan Appreciation Day tomorrow, Husker football, full day. Of events, being able to buy merch and meet the players. And otherwise, they do have a ticket sale push going on, $30 per ticket for Ohio. Or you can do the 4-game mini plan, which is choose between either Indiana or Ohio State. You can choose between Washington or Maryland, and you can choose with 2 of the 3 between Ohio, Bowling Green, and North Dakota. Bach has said, quite frankly, of the last 3, he thinks he needs to be at Ohio, but he picked Washington and Indiana.
Yeah, I think those would be
the
ones.
Listen, man, I know what I'm getting with the Buckeyes. But I'm not quite sure what I'm going to get for Indiana this year.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go see the Buckeyes. I'm also going to go see Maryland. See Johnny Holiday, any excuse to see the GOAT. You choose Ohio because it's the first home game. It's simply the first home game, 11 o'clock. And then I would probably pick Bowling Green because the buzz from winning week 1 against Ohio would carry over into week 2. Fair enough, Bach?
Yeah. I don't think there are bad options there. You're going to go to see some Husker football one way or the other.
$185 per ticket if you do the 4-game mini plan. So that choice is up to you. Randy, thank you. Kip, thank you very much. Bach, question for you. Fully down your line. Does Finn Balor ever win championship again?
I wish so. I hope so. Finn Balor is one of my favorites, but doesn't seem like he's at least in that space right now. He seems like the guy you pop up there to lose it, give him a little bit of a run, but ever again.
He was going to be the first. Remember, he was the first. He was going to be the Jericho. He was going to be the man. Like, he was going to get all the straps and be the first guy and sell the most. And he had the demon, and somehow they killed the demon.
Yeah.
To tell me you're missing that you're not putting the demon with Danhausen.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. Listen, that's just me being a fan and saying, please. They put him with Obafemi last night. In Fairfax. They were at George Mason University last night, and they put Oba and Danhausen together.
Okay.
Oh, I loved it so much. I love it. We will email the tickets. So 743-39 wants tickets for the night, and then Kip will get you for Sunday's tickets as well. Jake Sorensen will send it to you. Harrison Orange, can you text Jake those particulars? Get them there. I will see you in a bit. It'll be Mike Smith and the Bully Boys back for Coffee and Culture at 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.